Hello everybody, I'm Thomas. Welcome back to another Solo Gaming Sunday. This week, welcome to the Moon Edition, where I will be playing through the Space Roll and Write finale of the Welcome to series, Welcome to the Moon, where I will be playing through the campaign mode, where you play like a choose your own adventure style. They have a whole separate book for it, and it kind of dictates what options you do during which adventures and all that cool stuff. So that's what we'll be doing here today. Hope everybody has had a good last week and a good weekend. If you did anything cool, let me know in chat. If you got anything cool to share, any games you played, any stuff you watched, anything cool like that. I had a pretty good last week and weekend. I think of cool games I've played or stuff that I watched. I mean, games I played, I've mainly been playing this last week to prepare for this stream, to learn it a bit more, play through some more of the adventure modules and stuff like that. What else have I been playing this last week? That's pretty much the only like board game thing I've been playing. Yeah, and then stuff I'm watching. I don't know. I guess so I think it was last week I finished season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen, which is an anime I've been watching recently. And it was good. It was definitely better than the first season. I have some complaints about it, but overall, like it was good. Like I still think the reason I wanted to watch season 2 of it is because when it came out, people were like losing their minds. They're like, "Oh, this is peak anime. This is the best show ever. 10 out of 10." And it was good, but I think, my opinion, people were way overhyping it. Like the animation was good. There were some really, really interesting and cool fight scenes. Yeah, overall, I wasn't. Maybe it was just because I had heard so much that my expectations were pretty high. That I wasn't blown away by it. I definitely didn't think it was bad. I thought it was very enjoyable to watch. I will definitely watch season 3 whenever it comes out. But yeah, I definitely wasn't, I don't know, as blown away as I expected to be from how much I was hearing about it. But yeah, so I'm all caught up on that. What else have I been watching? So my brother came over this last weekend to hang out, which was a good time. And one thing he's been watching that he recommended that we watched a bit of was a show called I Think You Should Leave on Netflix, which is like a comedy skit show. We watched a few episodes of that, and that was really funny. So yesterday I actually watched through all the rest of the episodes that we didn't watch. Very funny show. Can be kind of hit and miss at times. Some skits are just like kind of didn't do it for me, but the ones that hit, like, they're really good. So I definitely recommend that. Give that a watch if you like some good comedy shows. They're short episodes, which is nice. It's like 3 seasons. There's like 18 episodes total, I think. So I was able to get through most of them in one evening. What else have I been watching? So then I've been also starting to rewatch the beginning of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So whenever I did a recent watch through it, and I started on part 3, which is Stardust Crusaders, and watched all the way through. And JoJo, I'm a big fan of the show. But I originally, like, way back, I started watching it from the beginning. I wasn't a huge fan, and some friends were like, give it another shot, but start at part 3, which I did. And I was like, okay, this show is really good. Like, JoJo is probably like my second favorite anime besides Attack on Titan. So now that I finished all the rest of the show, I've been going back and rewatching the first 2 parts. So I finished part 1, which is Phantom Blood, which was good. And now I'm starting the second part, which I think I'm only like literally 1 episode into, with Joseph. I believe that's the guy's name. And yeah, I still like the whole stands more, but it's fun watching this as a bit of like more of a prequel now that I know the characters and know what's going on. It's kind of fun. I feel like Dungeon Menshi is the ultimate TTRPG anime. Interesting. I have not heard of that, so I'll definitely check that out. Also, hello there, Dallas. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I've not heard of Dungeon Menshi. That's the cool thing about anime is, like, I've been worrying, there's just so many shows out there and so many different types of shows. Let's see, I'm trying to, once I finish JoJo, I don't know what I'm gonna watch next. I think a while, like, some of my first animes I watched were like Death Note and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which I haven't seen since like high school now at this point. So I want to go back and rewatch those because those are some that people hold in very high regards, which I remember enjoying them, but I feel like I need to, like, it's been years now that I'm like, I want to give them another watch. There's like a cyberpunk anime on Netflix that I want to watch at some point. I got a whole list. So I'll keep plugging through them, but yeah, those are the main shows I've been watching. Let's see what else I've been. I also watched a fair amount of streams throughout the week. So still been watching a lot of Squeaks. He's been streaming, I don't know, GTA, and he was playing this really difficult climbing game, I think is the name of it. A very difficult climbing game, which he was struggling on that, but it looks, it's part of the name, it's difficult. What else? I've been watching Mi-young, of course. She's one of my favorites. Watching her play some Minecraft, Supermarket Simulator. She's also been on the YouTube grind, which I appreciate. Love seeing that. She's uploaded like a video from a previous stream where they're doing like a 2v2v2v2 like a Minecraft bingo, which is a really cool idea, and that was a fun watch. Sorry if you hear Jonesy. She's like going crazy right now. She's got the zoomies or something. Who else have I been watching? Germa streamed the other day for like the first time in a while. I'm a big fan of Germa, but he's not really streaming much anymore. But he streamed him doing a jigsaw puzzle, which I haven't watched yet, but that seems like it would be kind of chill stream to watch. Who else? I think Ludwig I watched. He did like a Mario Kart stream over the weekend, which I also haven't got around to watching that yet, but that sounded like it was pretty good. And I watched a little bit of it, but I'm excited to watch that just to see, because it sounds like it's going to be kind of chaotic. So yeah, I don't know. I've been watching lots of people. Yeah. I'm definitely missing some, but yeah, that I think those are the main ones off the top of my head. Delicious in Dungeon on Netflix. Delicious in Dungeon. I have not heard of that one either. It's on Netflix. I mean, I have like Crunchyroll is how I watch most of my anime. But then, yeah, occasional stuff is on stuff like Netflix. Like the newest season of JoJo was on Netflix. I think that Cyberpunk anime is on Netflix. So Netflix definitely has some stuff. I think they have all of JoJo, and yeah, I'll have to. I'm always looking for recommendations. I mean, I have a big list, so I don't know if I'll get to them soon, but I'll definitely at least check them out and see if they're something I'd be interested in. Hello there, Katie K. Happy Sunday to you too. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else I have to go over. Trying to think what else any other games I've been playing. I played a lot of Sky Team this last weekend. Love some Sky Team. I finally got to play through all of the beginner airports. So I also got to try out some like the kerosene module, the intern module, adding in the specialty cars. The more I play that game, the more I just really enjoy it and appreciate it. And yeah, Sky Team is just so fun. Played a lot of Bullet Heart this weekend. Also, once again, still love that game. It's such a good game. So fun. I don't think I'm going to get sick of that game anytime soon, because there's just so much like variability to it, with different characters, different bosses, different game modes. Yeah, it's a good one. I haven't played some video games this last weekend, so I've hopped back on some Fortnite, which has been fun. They had a new season. Technically, it was supposed to start Friday, but then I think it was down like all Friday. So then I got to play some yesterday of the new season, which just seems pretty cool. The skins seem cool. It's like a mythos themed season, which is neat. Some of the weapons are really interesting. Some of the new locations, there's like a underground area and like, I don't know, still exploring the map and whatnot, but and figuring out what's what. They changed like the bounty boards a little bit, which I'm not a huge fan of because I like the bounty boards. It's like one of my favorite aspects in Fortnite. What else? Been playing Rocket League. It's a fun game. I like just playing with like a controller. I'm not very good at it, but it's fun to just hop on every now and again. So yeah, I don't know. That's what I've been up to. Just lots of random stuff. Watching lots of stuff. Playing lots of random games. But yeah, I don't know. And yeah, the main board game I've been playing this last week is this. I've been playing more of the Fallout RPG, which has been fun. I have a group of friends I'm playing it with on Wednesdays, which is this last session was a lot of fun. We were really getting into it a little bit, starting to get more into the story and some quests and whatnot, and trying to break into like a vault and all this other stuff. So I really like that Fallout RPG, and there's like a bunch of expansions for it that I really need to I want to get into, because like there's one that adds like settlements and like stuff for that, and I don't know, just more like factions and NPCs and character origins and all this good stuff. So I definitely want to play more of that. I also definitely want to return to my new playthrough with Lilith and VRAM at some point here soon, because I really enjoyed how that kind of started and where that was going. So I definitely want to play that more, especially because I spent a lot of time setting it up. So I definitely want to dive more into that. But I also don't want to like exclusively only play Fallout as like the TTRPG on this channel. But it's one I'm really enjoying right now a lot. And I think that's all I got. I don't know. That's kind of what's new with me, what I've been playing, what I've been watching, what I've been kind of up to. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna kind of hop into Welcome to the Moon, do a bit of a rules explanation, and then we'll gonna kind of hop right into playing. I will say today's probably gonna be a little bit of a shorter stream. There are 8 total adventures in Welcome to the Moon. We'll see how we're doing time-wise. I anticipate getting through at least half. That's my goal. If I can at least get through half, I'll be happy. Yeah, normally I like streaming for around 4 hours, give or take. I think today will be a little bit shorter, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how we're doing time-wise and all that good stuff. But yeah, because I haven't played through at least the last two modules, the adventures in this. So I definitely wouldn't want to like play those on stream, because if I don't know how to play them, I'd have to like read through the rules and all that. But yeah, we'll kind of get hopping into this and seeing how my Welcome to the Moon campaign adventure goes. So, first off, this game, Welcome to the Moon, is the final installment of the Welcome to series. The first one being Welcome to the Neighborhood, or I think it's just called Welcome to. I always call it Welcome to, but I think it's technically called Welcome to the Neighborhood, or Welcome to Your Perfect Home. I don't know. But the one where you're building a neighborhood. So that was the first installment. And then there was a second game, which I knew about, but I haven't played yet. It's like Welcome to Las Vegas, I believe, where you're building like a casino, which sounded cool. But I don't know. I never got around to it. Never got around to playing it. And then this is the final, I guess, because even at one point in the book, it mentions like this is the third and final part of the series, I guess. But yeah, it says right here, Welcome to the Moon is the last episode of the Welcome to trilogy. So I guess this is like after this, they're not doing any more Welcome to games, which is understandable. You know, there's only so much you can do with like a system, and maybe they'll do like some more expansions or something at some point. But yeah, I mean, I definitely like Welcome to the original. It's probably one of my preferred smaller scale flip and write style games, which I don't have many of. The only other one I can think that I had at one point was Cartographers. I didn't really like Cartographers. I wasn't a huge fan of it. As long as like smaller like roll and write games, like I definitely prefer Railroad Inc. I mean, I think that's like one of my favorites. So that one's kind of hard to beat, but that's, you know, a roll and write, not a flip and write, even though they're very similar style games. And then obviously heavier flip and writes. I have stuff like mainly Hadrian's Wall and Twilight Inscription, which I both enjoy those greatly. I think I like Twilight Inscription more at this point, but Hadrian's Wall is still super solid, super fun. But yeah, so this is definitely on the lighter side, but yeah, it's definitely more comparable like to Welcome to, obviously, because it's a Welcome to game. So yeah, we'll go skim through some of this rule book and then we'll get started. So I guess I can read some of the flavor text here starting out just to kind of set the scene. Citizens of Earth, we are facing a dire situation. Our planet is doomed. The fate of humanity is in your hands. It is no longer about preserving our way of life or our economy. Now, it is our struggle for our very existence, and our survival depends on our capacity to conquer the moon. This conquest, the last hope of survival, we entrust it to you. You'll be in competition with others in order to give us the best chance of success. You'll write a decisive page of our history by saving us all. Welcome to the moon. So Welcome to the Moon is the last episode of the Welcome to trilogy of games. After the residential housing estates of the 1950s and after the casinos of the 1960s, you will aim to conquer space. Welcome to the Moon is an evolving and narrative flip and write game. It contains 8 different adventures that form a complete story with an increasing difficulty level. You can play these 8 adventures independently or successively to play out your story, which is kind of what we'll be doing. So there's a campaign book, which I mentioned there's a whole campaign mode. So the campaign book will let you discover Welcome to the Moon by playing its 8 adventures in order from the 1st to the 8th. Moreover, during the campaign, you will influence the course of events thanks to campaign cards, and therefore create a different story each time. Welcome to the Moon is an evolving game, but stays absolutely replayable because none of the components are destroyed from one game to another, nor permanently modified. So it's not like some legacy games where you're putting stickers on stuff or tearing up cards. This, you can just replay as much as you want. So to play a campaign, you need to read the standard rules and take the campaign book, guide you step by step. And at the end of each adventure, you can save your progress. You'll receive stars depending on your result. The player with the most stars at the end of the campaign will be the winner. And then there's also just the adventure mode. So you can play each of the 8 adventures separately. To play an adventure, you must first read the standard rules, then pick an adventure, read the specific rules for that adventure. And then the player with the most points at the end of that adventure wins. So there's what's the components for cards and the goals and all that good stuff. There's these campaign mode cards, which I'm thinking about it now. I've played through a good chunk of the campaign, and maybe they only come into play later in the game, but I have not run into any of these campaign cards. So maybe it was just the path I was taking didn't involve these. And it says do not look at them unless you were invited. So I haven't looked at them, but I don't even know what's on them. But maybe this playthrough will get to see some of those. I don't know. Those might be stuff for towards the end. I have zero idea because I haven't looked at them. I don't want to spoil it for myself. Okay. So here are the standard rules. So the 8 adventures are all played with the same starship cards, which are these, the numbers/actions. However, the way you play will be different from one adventure to the next. The following standard rules are valid for all adventures, and each adventure gets its own specific set of rules that will be explained later on. We suggest that you do not read them all, but instead discover them gradually as the story progresses. In case there is a specific rule for an adventure that contradicts the standard rules, the specific rule for the adventure takes priority. So the setup, which I pretty much have done, get a dry erase marker, done, adventure sheet done, which is kind of hidden under the rules right here. This is the adventure sheet number 1. Take the mission card for the chosen mission, which we haven't done that yet because we'll do that as we start going through the campaign. And we already have the starship card shuffled up here. And since I'm playing solo mode, I'll kind of go over these in a second because you have to do this a little bit differently for solo mode. So the game turn, it works by you revealing 3 cards, and this works a little bit different for solo. So I'm going to just because it says you have 3 different piles, you flip over the card. But how it works in solo mode is you just have one pile, you lay out 3 cards, and essentially you choose 2 of them. You choose one for the number, one for the action, and the other one gets discarded. Essentially, you give it to the AI bot, the Astrobot, which are these 2 cards here, which I'll go over here in a second. And they will get points based on whatever cards you give them throughout the game. So you pick a number, you pick an action, then you do the stuff. You write the number somewhere and you do the action. The number you have to write down, and in Welcome to Fashion, a lot of these are made up of rows and whatnot, and they have to be written in ascending order from lowest to highest. You can skip numbers around. So an example, they have 9 and then 11 and then 12. So you can skip 10, totally fine. But then once you have these 3 put, you can't put a 10 to the right of the 12 or to the left of the 9. It has to just go in ascending order. And a number can never appear twice in a zone. If you cannot write a number down, there are little errors on each sheet that you will mark off. So in this first adventure, there are these boxes. You receive a system error. And if you, that's one way to lose the game or to end it early is if you just get a bunch of system errors, you can't write stuff down. There are a bunch of different actions. they change based on whatever adventure you're playing. So, but this is like the general outline of what the actions kind of do. So robots normally allowed you to connect, build, cut, or explore different parts. Water and plant actions allow you to collect resources and earn points or bonuses, but only if you write the number associated with them in specific spots. Energy allows you to approve the actions of other actions. The astronaut allows you to modify the value of the number you've chosen before you write it down by either subtracting up to 2 or adding up to 2. And also sometimes you get bonuses from the astronaut. And then there's the planning action, which allows you to fill in an additional space on your board with an X, which just kind of acts as like an empty space. So in this example, you could do like 2, 4, X, 5, 6, and that's totally fine. Hello there, Frederick. Looks like it's a Space Sunday today. Just halfway through Black Angel Forgotten Masterpiece. First time watching live, keep up the good work. Well, thank you for tuning in. Black Angel, that name sounds familiar. I don't know if I know what that is, though. What is Black Angel? Because I'm curious. Like I said, the name sounds familiar, but I don't know if I know what that is. But I appreciate you stopping by. But then, yeah, also each adventure, you'll have 3 different goals that you can do. And you can complete their missions, I guess, technically is what they're called. And so you can complete those. And the game ends either if you complete all 3 missions, if you cross off all the system error boxes, or you fill in all the spaces. Those are like the 3 main ways the game ends. So there's this Astra solo mode. And so it says the private space agency called Astra, which stands for Astral Space Technology and Robots by Alexis Incorporated, is your main competitor in the space race. Its goal is to take over as the most profitable resources and to proclaim its own law. This is unacceptable. We are counting on you. So they have their own opponent card here, which has a bunch of different difficulties, which is really cool. From 1 to 8, I believe. So I'm starting on 3. It seems like kind of a good middle ground. I know it's not exactly in the middle, but seems like a good starting number. I don't want to start on like completely too easy, because how it works in the campaign mode is when you win against the solo AI, you bump it up a difficulty, and when you lose, you bump it down a difficulty. So I feel like 3 is a pretty good starting spot for me. Then they have an adventure cards for the specific adventure, which kind of connects to make a little double card like board for them. And let's see, they have an effect up here that whenever the mission cards are, because there's 3 mission cards in this deck at the bottom third of it. So whenever the A, B, or C mission card is revealed, a certain thing happens. And then at the top right here, there is something called a solo bonus that you can get from doing a certain thing. And that allows you to circle these little triangles on this little card here. And essentially you can use those solo bonuses later on to prevent giving them a card. Because the more cards they get throughout the game, the more points they get. So if, a robot, they get 5 points for. So at some point, if I'm going to give them a robot and I have one of these bonuses, I can fill it in to basically not give it to them so they don't get those 5 points. Oh, it's an old Euro. Okay, interesting. I like a good Euro. Forgotten masterpiece, though. Okay, sounds pretty cool. But yeah, so the game turn is kind of like I explained. You draw 3 cards. You choose one of them to use as a number, one for the action, and then the other will be given to the AI that they'll score points for. And what else? So when the mission cards come up, the first time their bonus, the little Astra effect goes off. Then the second time they still do the Astra effect, but they also will complete the missions, because missions have kind of 2 scoring abilities. It's that if you're the first one to get it, you'll get the first scoring option. If you're the second, you'll get the second option. So once the A mission card comes up for the second time, this will be flipped over. And then if I haven't completed it, I'll only be able to get the second option. And I think that's pretty much it. Once the pile is empty, it gets reshuffled once. And then if it's empty again the second time, that's one way the game can end. And then it can also end the other like main 3 ways of all the missions are complete, you've crossed off all the system errors, or all the boxes are filled in. And that's kind of the gist of the general rules. So I'm going to maybe go to the campaign book. We'll start the campaign, and then I'll read the adventure rules once it kind of tells me to read the adventure rules, which I'm not going to obviously read through all of them. I'll just kind of give you a brief explanation of what's going on. So let's get started with the campaign. There's all this stuff here, not super important. Yeah, nothing that really I don't think I need to go over. Just, yeah, each campaign has you play through the 8 successive adventures. As you read through the numbered chapters, you'll discover a different story depending on which your achievements or your choices, as well as new rules and campaign cards that will modify your game. So, know then that the full story takes place over several successive campaigns. Start by reading the standard rules as well as the rules for Adventure 1. We suggest that you start with the introduction campaign in order to discover the beginning of the story of the 8 adventures. If you want, go to Chapter 1. If you've already played through the 8 adventures and you want to unlock the campaign cards right away, then go to Chapter 109. See, I must have missed this the first time. So apparently once you've played through all of them, you can then choose to start at Chapter 109, and then that starts adding in the campaign cards. I was like, I've never seen these campaign cards. So I guess it does say to read through Adventure 1, so maybe we'll go ahead and do that. Let me see if it, because sometimes when you get to the chapter, it tells you to do it there. So let me see if it does here or not. I forget exactly. I'm kind of just flipping around real fast. I'll definitely read through stuff as I go, but I'm just trying to see. Okay, so I guess I'll real quick read through, or at least tell you what's going on with Adventure 1 before we get going here. So adventure number 1 is the launch. So we're launching a ship into space. So asteroids have been hitting Earth for weeks, and the situation is getting worse every day. You must leave Earth. For that, you must get a rocket ready as quickly as possible to go and colonize the moon before it's too late. You must load up equipment onto different floors of the rocket according to its plan. This is a race against time, and we are counting on you to launch the rocket before others. So in this mode, there are no actions to be done. So when you draw a card and then you pick the number and you pick the action basically dictates what floor stuff can go on. So if I pick a 3 and a water symbol, that means I can only draw it on the water floor. Or if I pick a 4 and a robot, I can only draw them on the robot floors. I still have to go left to right in ascending order. And yeah, there is this bottom row here with this gear. Those are wild actions. So I can write any symbol down there. So water symbols, I can actually write on the water floor or on the wild action floor, whichever I choose. When you write in a number, you'll be slowly filling in the different, what do they call them? Zones? Floors? I want to try to get the terminology right. As you complete a quarter of the floor. Okay, they call them quarters. So as you can see here, like for this water floor, there's like a wall that divides the first 2 and the last 3. So once you complete a quarter, like just a section of the floor, so once I have like these 2 boxes filled in, I can resolve the effects of these 2 spaces in that little zone. So for this water zone, there's this rocket, which I can cross off these rockets on the side, which is needed to complete the game, at least this first adventure. And there's also the little red exclamation points, which helps me X out some of these errors up here, which I will lose points for. And those can come up throughout the game. Also, whenever I activate one of these, they're called sabotage symbols. That's also the solo bonus up here, which allows me to circle one of these triangle symbols and possibly block the AI from using or getting some cards and getting points. There are little X's, and those symbols mean I can place an X kind of anywhere, which is pretty dang handy. Some of these rockets have, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on this. Some of the rockets have a little arrow above them, like this one, that's empty. It's not like filled in. And so that's what these arrows do, is because these rockets are not, they're inactive essentially. So I would first have to activate this robot section right here. I could then use this arrow to color in this inactive rocket and make it an active rocket. So whenever I claim this section, I would get the full 3 rockets and then 3 more rockets. And that's pretty much it. As I'm claiming rockets, I kind of cross them off over here. Once I cross off a whole full row, I cross off the score part, and I just kind of keep moving up the sheet. And yeah, the main goal of this first mission is to cross off all the rockets and then cross off all of the errors as well. And let me think if I'm forgetting anything. That's pretty much it. For the AI bot, let me kind of maybe zoom in. That works. As I give them cards, normally you just kind of tally it up at the end, but I'll just be crossing off stuff as I go, which I actually should start out because they have like all these boxes. So right now they start off with everything higher than their current difficulty. So everything higher than 3 starts off crossed out. And yeah, so if I give them an energy card, I would cross out 4 boxes. And this is just essentially like a point tracker for how many points they have. And yeah, if they launch before I do, then they'll kind of they'll be the victor for this first adventure, which isn't a huge deal. It's not like if I lose one adventure, I lose the whole campaign, but I just won't get as many stars or any stars, which stars are kind of how you see how good you do at the end of the campaign. Let me see real fast. If you launch your rocket during the same turn, it's a tie. If the game is over, on the case, you win. If the game is over before either of the rocket is launched, compare your score with the Astros. Okay. So yeah, the game ends when either of the main 3 victory conditions or as soon as the rocket is launched. That's like the 4th one. And that's kind of the gist of it. We'll just get started. Kind of hop into it, and you'll kind of get to see along the way. I'll get a quick sip of water before I start reading all this. Okay, so we got some text to read, which I'll definitely be reading through all of this as we go. So we're starting with chapter 1. The Human Alliance is sending you a message. Let me just maybe zoom in on this also so it's a bit easier to see for y'all as I'm reading through it. There we go. The Human Alliance is sending you a message. The Earth is threatened with total destruction. For several years, we watched as more and more asteroids fell on our planet. And for several weeks, we have seen new asteroids come closer and threaten our planet and our life. If we do nothing, humanity will fade forever, but we still have a chance. Our scientists have predicted that the moon will be spared by the cataclysm. Our technology is ready to send all of humanity to the moon. After years of careful selection, you are our best hope to build a future on the moon and save humanity. We trust your abilities. It is time to take your responsibilities and carry out the conquest of the moon. You belong to the team appointed by the Human Alliance, the international organization that arose to handle the crisis and whose goals is to save humanity at all costs. The logic behind this team is to put each of you in a competition at every step. The competitive spirit will make you give the best of yourselves for this common purpose. The first step is simple. You must get the necessary rockets ready for launch and equip them with a permanent colony. Equip them for a permanent colony on the moon. Captain Taki here has been appointed to help you out between each step. His energy and his determination, combined with his rigorous training and healthy ambition, give us all the necessary guarantees for his success on this mission. He will now give you your first instructions. So now I gotta flip to section 50, which section 50 reads, Ladies and gentlemen, we have to act. Humankind is watching us. We must succeed in the first mission of our species, or our species will disappear. The Human Alliance has chosen me to be your captain for this first mission, and interruption. Ah, yes, it's true. The marketing team prefers the word adventure. Anyway, as I was saying, I will be your captain for this adventure of our campaign for the conquest of the moon, and I believe I can measure up to the task. Remember, we have the same goal. If we are competing, that's not only for glory, but also to save humankind. Let's prepare our rockets. If we want to succeed, I have to make a difficult choice. So we have one of two options. I will favor vital human resources, or I will favor automation and energy. Both interesting options. I mean, while automation and energy sounds good, automation and energy ain't gonna do nothing without humans. So I think we're gonna go to chapter 154 as I will favor vital human resources. Okay, so chapter 154 says to prepare our journey to the moon. I believe that we must load as many resources as we can. Here are your mission orders. So I set up mission 1 with the mission cards 64, 67, and 69. Then I play the game. At the end of the game, you have to come back here, continue reading the chapter. It is therefore recommended that you keep the book open to note the number of this chapter. And that's that. We're ready to rock and roll. So let me put this kind of off to the side. Let me zoom back out and get the mission cards all set up. Which I don't know where I'm going to put them. I'm going to put them like off to the side. So mission 1 is this one where we need the 2 astronaut symbols, 2 astronaut levels filled and the water level filled. Then this, we need the plant level filled and the... I guess we don't really need this here either. Put this off to the side as well. Make sure our screen's looking decent. All right. So we need the plant level completely filled and the wild level completely filled. And then the last mission is to circle 5 of the system errors. Have 5 system error boxes circled and not crossed off. Wait, what? Have 5 system error boxes circled and not crossed off. Wait, why? That seems weird. Because whenever I get the sabotage, that lets me... How would that even be possible? Hold on. Have 5 system errors circled and not crossed off. Okay, I've never had this... the times I've played, I've not chosen this route before, so I've actually not done this goal before. Double checking how this works. So whenever I do the sabotage, I get the solo bonus. Whenever they do the mission cards, they cross off a sabotage and circle one of the system errors. So I guess I need to have 5 circled and not crossed off. Interesting. That's kind of weird, but we can do it, I guess. Let me make sure everything is lined up and on, lined up in the camera and all that, lined up in view. Okay. Here we go with adventure number 1. So we start by drawing 3 cards and figuring out what we want to do first. So our main goals, are the 2 astronaut floors, the water floor, the grass floor, the wild floor, and that's that. And looking at the bot card here, it seems like we really want to try to avoid giving them robot cards and power cards, because those will give them the most points. So ideally, we want to avoid giving those to them. So yeah. Let me think about what I want to do first here. So, I could do like the 8 and the 4, do that and that. That seems kind of silly. I could do the 2 and the 4, do a 2 here and a 1 there, or the X there. that can actually be pretty good. So I think I'll do that. I'll pair this 2 and the 4. I will give this card to them, which I'll kind of just make their pile under my camera, and I'll mark off their boxes as we go. So that was worth 2 points, so they'll get that. The 2 I will write down here, and then for the action, I'm using the planning, which allows me to draw an X somewhere, which I will draw down here, and that finishes this bottom little quarter. So I can first cross off 2 ships on the right, and then I get an X to place somewhere else, which I will place just at the beginning of the grass, or the plant. I guess it's not grass, it's plant. The plant area. And we're on to the next turn. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So I don't really want to give them that energy card. So I probably want to use that, but I probably want to use it as the number. So then do I want the planning? Probably not. I guess I can keep going on the wild section. I could just take the 4 and the X again. That's a plan. I don't know if it's a good one, but it's a plan. Actually, I think I might do that. Yeah. So I'm going to take these 2 cards, use the 4 for the number, the planning for the X. I'll give them another plant card, which is 2 points or 2 boxes crossed off over here. Then I will draw the 4 down here and do an X at the end there. Cool. Next 3 cards coming up. Okay, looks like we got some higher cards. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to give them a robot card. I guess I don't have to. I could choose both robot cards, but like the robot row isn't super necessary for me to complete. I can, and I probably should complete it, but at least for the missions, it's not necessary. The astronaut card, I do need to complete both of those. So that's why I'm leaning towards grabbing that. So I think I will. I'm going to grab the 11 and the 12, using the 11 as the number and 12 for the action. Place it right there at the top. Discard those, give them the robot card. I mark off 5 boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next 3 cards coming right up. Okay. So I don't want to give them either of these 2 cards because they're worth a fair amount of points for them. So I think I'm gonna give them the plant card. I'm gonna go ahead and mark 2 boxes off over here, and then I guess I'll use the 6, or maybe I'll use the 9. Yeah, I'll use the 9 at the end of the wild row. Yeah, that works. And then I complete this bottom little area, so then I can use the arrow to activate one of these rockets, which I'll activate the first little rocket in the plant zone, and then I also get an X to draw somewhere, which I'm just going to draw that in the first part of the plant zone. So that means I get to cross off 4 rockets over here. So 1, 2, 3. First section done, and 4. It's looking not too bad. Let's get the next 3 cards going here. They're all energy cards. Okay. Yeah, the energy row I don't really need. I don't want to keep, I mean, the wild row I want to keep going on, but I don't want to use it too much because, like, you know, once it's gone, it's gone. But they are beneficial to help getting some of these other rows going. So I think I still might go one more time on the wild row. I'll give them the energy card, which is 4 points for them. And then I will draw the 5 over here. That gets me 2 more rockets to cross off and an X to draw somewhere. Man, those Twitch notifications. I need to turn this down a little bit more. Those still make me jump. Thank you for the follow, D Mega Tool. Thanks for that follow. We are one follower away from hitting our follower goal, which is pretty exciting. So if you're watching on Twitch, drop another follow. Maybe we can reach that today. If you're watching on YouTube and you haven't followed me on Twitch, maybe consider doing so, because we're one away from hitting 20, which is pretty exciting. But appreciate the follow there. Okay, so this has been drawn, so we're good there. And let me draw my next 3. Okay, we got an astronaut card, which is good to see. I guess I'll probably take these 2. I'll give him another plant card, which is only 2 more points. I need to start focusing on the plant row a bit more, because I do need to do that. But at the moment, that's not the biggest concern. I need to just also work on the astronaut row a bit. So I guess I have to draw an 8 somewhere. So I guess I'll just work on this top, put it right next to the 11, and that's pretty chill. So the next 3 cards coming right up. Got a 7, 7, and a 9. I do need to start working on the water row as well. So maybe I'll start doing that right now with this last few cards. So I'll give them the energy card, which is 4 points for them. So they're already up to 40 points. So that's not great for us, but it could be worse. Could be worse. Then I get to draw a 9 somewhere in this the water row, which maybe I'll go. I don't want to go. I can either go here or here. I'm gonna put it right there. That seems like a swell spot for it. Let me draw the next 3 cards. Oh, we got a 1. You'll love to see that. Well, I'm definitely gonna use the 1 in the water. Give them another water card. That's 2 points for them. And I will just draw the 1 starting out here. Cool. Move this over a little bit. Okay. I've got an 8, a 14, and a 10. Double robots. That means well, I guess I don't have to give him a robot. I could go with a wild symbol again. I need to probably not keep doing that, though. I'm going to get screwed, because once I'm out, then I'm going to be in some bad situations. I'm gonna have to just like pick cards I don't want to use. But I think I might keep doing it. Well, no, I'll still give him a robot. Yeah, I'll give him a robot card, I guess. It's 5 points though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's so many. Because what I want to do is use the 8 for the number. Put it down here on the wild row, which is good. We're almost fully filled in there. And then I can use the planning for the action, which gets me an X to use somewhere. And you know what? I think I've been playing this a little bit wrong. I don't think I can actually use the planning actions. You get the X's from completing quarters. I've been cheating a little bit. My bad. So I'm just going to draw that there and be done with it. Yeah, I definitely been cheating a little bit because, yeah, the action cards, I forgot, in this first adventure, they are not actions. They are just indicating the floors you can place it on. See, I definitely gave myself a few extra X's. I don't think I gave myself that many. How many do I have total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 2 crossed off. Yeah, I've given myself 3 extra by accident. Glad I caught that now. My bad. I was cheating a little bit, but I'm not going to go back and undo anything. We'll just keep playing forward. I'll just keep that in mind so I don't cheat some more. That does make things a little bit more difficult, but that's how it's supposed to be. So I'll go ahead and choose the double plant cards. I'll give them that. I cross off 2 boxes, and then I'll draw 14 way at the end here on the plant row. I was gonna say it was seeming a little too easy getting all those X's, and that totally makes sense that I was playing that a little bit wrong. So my bad. Okay, double robots again. I don't love to see that. I'm about to just start filling in the robot row, which, you know what, maybe I will. I'm gonna give him the water card. We'll fill in 2 boxes for that, And I will start on this, at least the small robot quarter, that top row. And that could be pretty decent. That'll at least get us some extra bonuses. Okay, we got a 15. That's pretty nice. Okay, I probably want to use the 10. Well, maybe I don't. I mean, I want to use the astronaut, I think. Well, maybe I could use the 9, or the water and the 15. Yeah, maybe I will. So yeah, I'm gonna use the water and the 15. I'll give them the 10 and cross off 2. And then I can draw the 15 there. We do other scenarios. I've only played this one with a friend's copy of the game. Yes. There's 8 total adventures. I am planning on, we'll see how I'm doing on time, but I plan on at least playing through 4 of them, ideally today, the first 4. That's my goal. We'll see how I'm doing time-wise and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'd like to be playing through at least the first half, which I think is like, there's the launch, the exploration, the colonization, and the mining, I think are the first 4 adventures. Other ones looking nice / fun too. Yeah, I mean, the other ones they definitely changed it up a fair amount. But yeah, ideally, yeah, like I said, I'm trying to play through at least half of them today. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll play through more. Hopefully I won't play through less. Like I said, 4 is the number I'm aiming for, because they do take a while. Plus I'm reading through the adventures and doing a quick rules overview as I'm going through each one. So it does take a wee bit of time. We're already like an hour in and I'm still on the first one. So I imagine I'll at least get through 3 of them today. Ideally 4. And here are our next cards. So, I do a 9 here. I could do 5. Oh, I could do 5 there. So maybe I'll do that. I'll take the robot, give them the plant, which is 2 more points for them. And then I would draw the 5. Yeah, I guess I have to draw the 5 on this row. I'll just put it in the second spot there. That looks pretty good. All right, let me try to pick up the pace here. Okay, 3, 6, and 7. Okay. Oh, that works out good because I can take the plant and the 3. I don't love giving the power to them because that's 4 points, but it is what it is. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I can draw the 3 on the plant row that fills in this little quarter. So then I can first cross off 2 ships, which fills in the little second scoring section down there. And I can use the activation symbol on some inactive ships, which I've been wanting to save for this water area up there. All right, let's keep this party rolling. Oh, well, decisions. I don't want to give him the robot, but I think I might have to give him the robot. I don't want to, though. It's giving him 5 points. It's kind of a lot. That really starts adding up pretty quick, considering they're already at 79 points. They're over halfway to winning, and I am not there yet. But my points will start moving quicker here soon, hopefully. Yikes. I could also use the 7 down there and complete the wild row, but I want to save that last wild spot in case I like desperately need it. I don't want to take like a system error. Or maybe I do, because I need to circle 5 for this mission. Maybe I do that. So maybe I will. You know what? Let's get a little crazy here. So I'm going to give him 3 points. I'm going to take the 2 and the 7 for the number, 2 for the type. But then I'm going to use it on the wild row to fill in this little area. I guess I already did that X there. So then 2 more rockets filled in. That's that section done. And then I have another X to use somewhere else. And you know what? I'm going to use it on this top astronaut row. Because look at this. I can fill in 3 rockets. 1, 2, 3. That fills out that part. I can activate another rocket symbol, which I will activate these on the plant row. And then I have another X to use. And watch this. This is a pro gamer move. I'll cross that off, put the X there. And then this little quarter on the water floor is complete, and I've already activated that rocket, so that is going to be 6 that I can mark off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm starting to catch up to him in points now. I'm up to, I guess 90. Yeah, that works. Okay, so we're getting towards the bottom part of the pile. I was about to say, so we're gonna see the mission cards pop up here soon, and look at that, right as I was just about to say that, it happens. So let me grab these out. So since they did that, this is the first time it came up, so they're not flipping the cards, they just cross off one of the sabotage symbols, and then they also will circle a system error that I now need to cross off at some point, but I need to try to have 5 circled first, and then I try to cross them off later. Okay. These are my options. I definitely want to grab a robot from them. So I might go with the 5 and the 13, give them one of the astronauts. That's 2 points for them. And then I can mark I guess that's a 5 I will mark off, but that's fine. I'll just put that there. There's another mission card that came up. And another mission card that came up. Okay. That means I'm circling 2 more system errors, and I cross off 2 more sabotage symbols there, and I don't think I'm going to be completing the power floor, so we'll go ahead and X those off. And this is what I got to work with. I definitely want to I want to work on the plant floor some more. So maybe I'll take the plant, and that will give them the power card, which is 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can fill in the 11 over here. I get an X to use somewhere. Okay, watch. This is going to be some comboing. All right, you ready for this? You better buckle up. So I'm going to use the X up here on this robot quarter, and then that completes that, but I'll fill that in a second. Next, I get to use a sabotage symbol, which I circle one of these solo bonuses. Awesome. Now I go up here to the robot area I have finished. First, I can activate a rocket, which I will activate this in the astronaut area. And then I have an X to put somewhere, which I'll go ahead and use on the water floor, which then completes that. So I can mark off 2 more rockets, and then I get another sabotage symbol, which just allows me to circle another solo card. That was a good turn. That was a good turn. We're slowly catching up to this bot, but yeah, I'm not doing too great here. Though I did cheat a little bit accidentally at the beginning with the little planning actions, but try not to anymore. So I guess I could use both of these. I will give him the power card, but I'll activate one of the solo bonuses to not give it to him. I'll just kind of put it off to the side. I essentially need to like put it, I think it says like put it back in the box, but I'm just, setting it off to the side. But then I could place a 15 here on the astronaut floor, and then that's 2 rockets I can mark off, or sorry, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I also get a sabotage symbol, so I get another solo bonus, which is pretty dang sweet. Okay, we're cruising right along. We're probably gonna launch this rocket here soon. I haven't even checked, how am I doing on my goals? So I need both astronaut floors and the water floor for this goal, so that's actually done. So I can mark off 3 rockets. So here's the thing, I need to not actually claim another rocket here soon. I need to purposely get 2 more system errors first, and then cross them off, I guess, which seems weird, but that's how the goal reads. So that's just what I'll do. But I don't think I'm really going to have much I can do. So maybe I'll take both of these. I'll give them the plant, and that's fine. It's only 2 points for them. But they are up to 100, but I'm at 130, so I've passed them. And I don't know what I'm going to... Probably just take the 8, write that on the robot floor. We have like 2 more turns left before I reshuffle, and then we're to the final stretch of this. We got a 4, 12, 13. I guess what gives them the least amount of points? Everything is worth 2 points, so it doesn't matter what I give them. So I will give them that and keep these and use the 4 on the planning floor. Maybe like right there. And I don't think I marked down the points for giving them that. So there and there. Final 3 cards before I do an old reshuffle. I don't know. I could take the 9 and the 11 and use it on the energy floor, which I think that's what I'll do. I'll give them the plant. I'll write, I don't know, I'll do the 11 over here. And then since I gave them the plant, they get, what, 2 more points? They're really kind of getting close. I'm a little worried, but we're making progress ourselves. I just need to somehow get 2 more system errors. How do I get... I mean, I guess when they draw the mission cards 2 more times, or I need to be able to be in a spot where I can't write anything, that's the only other way to get mission errors, but like, or system errors. So when I draw cards that I can't place somewhere. Okay, I don't want to. Let me put that like there. I hope I draw another mission card, to be honest. Dang. Okay. Let me double check what this is about system errors. If you cannot write a number down during a turn, circle one of the errors. Okay. So I'll definitely take these 2 because those are worth more points. I'll give them the water, which I'm just going to cash in another solo bonus so I don't have to actually mark that down. And I will write a 4, I don't know, like right there. Sounds good to me. Okay, I really want to see these mission cards. I want more errors, I guess. Or maybe I don't have, I mean, I guess I don't have to complete that mission. I could just choose to ignore it. It's not like it'll get me some points, but at the end of the day, I guess I don't have to worry about that really. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I guess I just can choose to ignore it. So I'm gonna grab these 2, give them that, give them 3 points, and I will draw a 15 in the robot floor. Yeah, I feel like that goal is just weird. It's like you want it. It's keeps asking you to get errors for the goal. It's very strange. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. I was trying to just get this like whatever crud off my gaming mat here. Okay, so I'm going to just give them the energy card. I'm going to use another solo bonus so they don't actually get anything from it. I'm going to take the 1 and the 11. And mark down the 11 in this robot zone. That gets me 3 more rockets. So first one, boom. I'm just crossing off the system errors. So I only have 1 to go. And then I also get an X to place somewhere. I don't know where I want to place it, actually. I guess I'll place it on the plant zone. If I can just get 1 more decent plant number... Yeah, that's not really going to help because that 7 would be good, but I need to use that for the action, so it doesn't really help me in this situation. I can't do wild stuff anymore. Can't use the astronaut, so I have to place it on the robot floor. So I have to choose this. And the 7, I'll give the astronaut card to them. That's 2 more points for them. They're up to, is that like 119? I'll place the 7 right in the center. That's all good. Okay, well now I actually want to try to complete this stuff, but now I can't because I'm not getting the cards I need. Guess I'll take the 2 and the 8. I'll mark down the 8 there. Take these, discard them, give them the planning card. 3 more points for them. 3 new cards. Where'd all these mission cards go? I must have shuffled them all to the bottom. Okay. I can't draw any on the water or that, so I have to put this on the planning zone. It gives them equal amount of points. I'll just give them that. Mark down 2 points. I mean, they're very close to winning. This is not good. Maybe I shouldn't have worried about that gold card because that's going to screw me over. And then I have to put a 6 somewhere on the planning floor. Okay, I just need a decent number. Okay, I think I win here. Yeah, I think I win here. Because I can take the 8, give that to them. That's 3 points. Look at that. They're like 3 points away from winning. But I use the 6 for the plant symbol. I use the 9 for this number I'm drawing. Put that on the plant floor. That lets me activate 4 rockets, which 1 finishes off the last error. 2, 3, 4. And then also I complete this goal, which is another 3. Which is just overkill at this point. And I've launched the rocket. Done and done. Easy. Not really super easy. I was sweating towards the end. That was actually really close. But we'll take that as a win. You know what? I did cheat a little bit unintentionally at the beginning. But still a win. So, if you won the game, go to chapter 161. All right, let me zoom in on this a little bit. Let's see what that'd be like this. There we go, perfect. Well, I guess I can congratulate myself. What? Yes, of course. Congratulations to you as well. Anyway, the Human Alliance is thanking us for a first step. We launched in time with all the necessary equipment, and our installation on the moon is going well. You've won the games. Keep your captain card. Moreover, you earned 1 campaign star, which I'm just going to mark on this thing. I'll just write like stars. Earned 1. I'll also mark at the top like the AI level, which is now going to be 4. Since I beat the level 3, that goes up in difficulty. I'll set this off to the side somewhere. I don't even remember where I had that. Yada, yada, yada. For adventure 1, only the player first. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Write down all the numbers. Yeah, so whatever. And go to page 1, or chapter 141. Okay. Well, let's get going. All right, chapter 141. Leaving Earth was easy. The journey to the moon will be quite another story. Our trajectory has been calculated for weeks by experts. We must closely follow the coordinates and adapt to the slightest mishap. We must not miss anything, either resources in our space stations or the mixing of tanks. Everything must be perfect for humankind and the Human Alliance. As your captain, your duty is to determine our priorities. So is the priority either to reach the space stations or respect our trajectory and follow protocol? I'm going to respect the trajectory. That sounds like the way to go. So chapter 138, which actually is just right down here. All of this will be worthless if we do not even reach the moon. Remember to mix the water tanks and to correct your trajectory. Here are the mission orders. So it's, yeah, those 3 missions. Yeah. But real quick, I'm going to erase this. Let me zoom back out for a second here. So first, let me erase the little AI mission card. Flip it over to side 2. Then let me Wipe this down. Barely beat them. I think if I wasn't so caught up on trying to complete that one goal, I would have probably beat them a lot sooner. I was like kind of holding myself back a little bit. And flipping this over will give us the next little thing. Try to get everything on screen here. Didn't realize I was way off screen with that. And let me reshuffle all the cards real fast before we get going on to the next adventure. Are we doing on time? Doing actually pretty good on time. Okay. Wow, one of the missions card was at the very bottom of the deck. There's the other one. And there's the B. So quickly shuffle these, make sure I'm not missing any. So this is the trajectory. What is this one called? Is this the journey? The journey. Just I'm shuffling this. I guess I can read the little flavor text here. So adventure number 2, the journey. Your rocket was launched just in time, but the journey to the moon will not be easy. You must set the course of your rocket, carry out trajectory corrections at the right time, plan the stirring of water tanks, and prepare the plants on the space station so that you can retrieve them with robots. We count on you to optimize this journey so that you'll land on the moon in the best possible conditions. Let me finish giving these a little bit more of a shuffle, and then I'll quickly give an overview of what's going on here in this journey adventure, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. This one, yeah, this one's all right. This one I'm not a huge fan of. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird adventure. But yeah, I like the first one's pretty fun. This one I'm not as big of a fan of. The next one is a brain burner. And then the last one, number 4, which is probably the last one we'll do today. It's also kind of a brain burner. Okay, I get these shuffled into, or split into thirds. Kind of, sort of, close enough. All right, give me 1 second. Finish this, getting this deck ready. Put that up there. Okay. So, what's going on in this adventure? Wow. At the beginning of the game, the trajectory to the moon is one long zone. As you can see here, it's just one continuously long zone that must be numbered in ascending order from Earth to the moon. Now, as you can tell, the trajectory is way too long to be numbered completely because you only have 1 to 15. And as the game progresses with the energy action, which I'll explain in a second, you can split the trajectory into smaller zones that you can number independently from each other, which is pretty cool. While I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and set up the goals so I can also explain those as we go. So the A goal is this one, the B goal is this one, and then the C goal is which one? That one. Okay. Okay. So, system errors. For each of the first 2 system error boxes you cross off, you get 1 energy in compensation. If you have 2 circled energies, you must immediately use them. You see you start with 1 energy circled up here. Which energy is the first action we'll quickly touch on. So the energy allows you to turn on the engines of your rocket in order to create a boost to correct your trajectory. For that purpose, circle 1 energy symbol at the top of your sheet. At the beginning, you start off with 1. Each time you have 2 circled energies, you must immediately cross them off, and then you can divide the trajectory zones into little mini zones, which is pretty dang handy because, like I kind of mentioned, you got to go in ascending order, and this is a long zone, so you can't really. You have to kind of split it up. So that's the energy action. The water action, it's important to stir the water tanks. If you've written down the number of your combination in a space with a water tank, then with the water action, you can circle that water tank. You can see there's a bunch of these. I'll zoom in a little bit on this so you can see a little bit easier. There's a bunch of these water tanks along the trajectory that, yeah, if I write a number in this space, I circle the water tank associated with it. So next we have the robot action. So you must program the robots to retrieve the planets from the space stations. The stations are already connected to your trajectory by robots. but you must activate them in order to retrieve the plants and earn points. So no matter where you've written down the number of your combination, with this action, you can circle the robots sent towards any station. So even if I write the robot way down here, I can activate this robot way up here that's going towards like this station or whatever. The first player to circle all the robots of a station during the same turn can circle the highest multiplier. So you can see each of these stations have 2 different multipliers with them. And yeah, the multiplier, what does that do? Well, I'm about to tell you. So for the plant action, you must organize the growing of plants in microgravity in the space stations. These stations are connected to your trajectory by robot symbols. With the plant action, you can circle one plant in this station of your choice, as long as the station is connected to the zone you've written the number down in. So at the beginning of the game, you can reach all stations in any space of your trajectory, because all 4 stations are connected to one and only zone that makes up your trajectory. But throughout the use of energies, you'll be splitting your trajectory up into smaller zones. So you have to be more mindful of that. Each station is only connected to a specific zone, and a plant action will only reach it if the number is written in that zone. Note that you can circle the plants of a station even though you have not circled all the robots for the station, which is pretty important to remember. So if I have a zone that goes from, just these spaces, like in between here, if I write a number here that's with the plant action, then I can circle one of the plants on the station, even if I don't have all the robots done yet. The astronaut just allows you to still modify values by up to 2. And you also can cross off an astronaut symbol over here. And when you have 2 crossed off, you get to circle a wild symbol, which you can use. And I'll get to that in a second. Planning action allows you to fill in an X somewhere. Same with the astronaut symbols. When you use a planning action, you cross off the symbol. Once you get 2, you can circle a wild symbol. What does the wild symbol do? Well, it lets you take a wild action, and you just essentially cross off the symbol, and you can use a wild action instead of whatever action you choose. So it's not like you get an extra free action. You use it in place of whatever you were going to do. So at the end of the game, you get additional points for your plants. And how this works is you, in each space station, you multiply the number of circled plants by the multiplier bonus that you've circled. You have to be careful, because if you have not circled all the robots for a station, you won't score anything for it. So even if I have all of these plants circled, if I only have 2 of the 3 robots, I will not have a multiplier symbol circled, which means I won't get any points for that. So that's where the multiplier comes into play, is you get more points for the plants on that station. You also get points for adding up the numbers on the water tanks that you have circled. You also get points for your longest complete zone. So that's just all, they have to be numbered. And then you also get bonus points if you have the most zones completed. And that's kind of the gist of this one. Yeah. So the goals I have, well, maybe not that. Okay, well, you can kind of, this kind of works because you can see both things a little bit. So my goal A is that I need to circle all of the plants for 2 stations. All the robots don't necessarily have to be circled for the stations, but like if I'm already going to circle all the plants in a station, I might as well circle the robots so I actually get points for it. Mission number 2 is that I need, using energy, I need to create on my trajectory 3 different zones of numbered spaces. 1 zone of 6 spaces, 1 zone of 4 spaces, 1 zone of 2 spaces. And then my mission C is to circle 4 consecutive water tanks on your trajectory. As you can see here, I'm not crossing off boxes as I go, so I'm just going to stack the cars for the AI as I go, and I'll score them at the end. They're, what's this called? The Astra effect. So whenever they draw the A or B mission cards, I get to choose one of these stations on my board, and I have to cross off the highest multiplier at that station. And then whenever I circle the highest multiplier at a station, I will get 2 Astra bonus symbols that I can use to then... I think all the Astra symbols work the same in all the adventures, where I can use a bonus to not give them a card, which you can see here, energy cards are worth 6 points to them. So that's not good. And they score points for all that, +5. This is their difficulty, so they will score an extra +4 there. And then how it works with what this part is talking about is, at the end of the game, on your course, if the filled-in number of complete zones is higher than or equal to the number of sets of 2 energy cards you've given to Astra, then you're in the lead and you earn 20 points. Otherwise, you only earn 10. So that's how you check on the whole completed zones section of scoring. And I think that that pretty much covers the rules for adventure number 2. Let me make sure that everything's in frame here. Everything's kind of lined up. I think chat's kind of covering the mission cards a little bit. And I think we're pretty much ready to go. I already shuffled all the cards. I think we're good. So I'm going to take a quick sip of water, and then we'll hop into adventure number 2. Okay, let's get started. First 3 cards. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess I need to try to plan before I start doing stuff. So I need to get 4 consecutive waters, which maybe I'll kind of wing that part. But I need to circle all the plants on 2 stations, which also means I need to make sure that, what am I going to say? That I don't like section them off so I can't place plants there anymore. So let me think on this for just 1 second here. When I think about what stations I want to go, how many points can I earn? So that's 3 times 9 is 20, 27. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 32. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 40. Okay. So I think station 4, I'm just going to circle like this station. That's what I want to go for. And then, and this one was 32. So I think these 2, stations 3 and 4, are the 2 I want to aim for to try to fill in all the plants. And ideally also get the robots for both of them, because, I mean, if I'm circling all the plants, I want to get points for it. So why not? So with that being said, I should probably also focus a bit on getting those robots going forward. And I also want to make sure to ideally, like, I need to do this whole sectioning bit. I want to try to do this on the front part of this, because I don't know. I don't want to mess with any of this end bit here. So with all that being said, I'm going to grab the 6 and the 15. I will give them the 10 card. I'm going to write the 6 somewhere. 1, 2, 3. I'll write it right here. Because I think I'm going to do, I'm going to section off, like I said, this first part first into a section of, because I need 6, 4, and 2. So I'll probably do the 6 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to kind of draw it in, but I'm not actually going to do it yet. Something like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like there. And then 1, 2. Something like there. So then the rest of this, I'll still probably portion that off. But yeah, I think that's a decent plan. I don't know for sure. Yeah, okay. And then since I drew the 6, I can do robots somewhere. I'm going to start with, do I circle the robots, cross them off? It doesn't really matter, but I want to know what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, I circle the robots. I will circle this one because that's one of the stations. I mean, that's worth the most points, so I really want to try to get this station first. And I'm just going to probably completely ignore stations 1 and 2. That's the plan. Let's see if it pans out. Okay. I don't want to give them energy symbols because they're going to get 6 for that, which just kind of sucks. But if I use that for the number, that's a 15. Or I can use it for like a 5, but then that would not be good. I guess I will. I'm going to, yeah, I don't want to give them all the water symbols, though, because I do need those at some point. But I'll write a 5. Oh, but these aren't partitioned, so I can't write these out of order. I'm going to have to just forego this first water symbol, this water tank. Not the end of the world, but I will get an energy, so then I can write my first little partition somewhere, which I'm just going to do that right here. Start segmenting the trajectory into some zones. Next 3 cards, okay. Well, I definitely want to probably take... I definitely want to use the 5 for either... Yeah, probably just for the number. And then maybe another robot, because I do like having the robots. So I'll give them the astronaut. I'll write the 5 in here, because now that that zone split, I can kind of restart my number order. And then I'm going to circle the second robot over there. I definitely want to prioritize also completely getting one station multiplier first, and then focusing on the other one. Because the sooner I get a station multiplier, that's my solo bonus. That's my way to get solo bonuses, so I might as well try to just aim as much as I can to get 1. Okay, what gives them more points? So I'm going to give them this 12. I'm going to use the 4 and the 6. I'm going to write the 4 there, and I don't really want to change it, but then I'll cross off one of the astronaut symbols to maybe get me a wild symbol that I can use later on, which could be kind of handy. What do we get now? Okay, some of these plant symbols I do need to start using here soon. So maybe I'll give them that, and I will write 8 and use the 11 as the plant action. Because this is, whoops, marker on myself. Because right now I only have 2 zones. I have this zone, and then this whole rest of this is 1 zone. So I'll write the 8, like, I guess next to the 5. That's legal to do. And then I can circle the first plant at station 4. So we're really starting to work on station 4, getting the plants going, getting the robots going. Next 3 cards, okay. Oh, decisions. Okay, this might be a kind of a crazy move. Well, yeah, that would be stupid. Never mind, I'm not going to do it. Oh, I see what I could do. Okay, yeah, this might seem kind of weird. I'm going to give him the robot card. I'm going to use the 3 and the 11. I'm going to use the 11 for the number and put the 11 way out here. And then circle that water tank. Because I think that's good. Because I want to start... I'd like to get because I need to get 4 consecutive water tanks in a row. So I want to do that either down here or starting... Because I don't want to really worry about these first water tanks because I'm worrying about that area for the partition quest. So Yeah, that's not my main concern at the moment. Okay, we got oops all plants here. That's honestly a nice little spread of cards. I'll give him that card. I can use the 9 here. And since I have yet to partition this, I can still write that in Station 4. Looking good so far. I need to get more robots going at some point here soon. Okay. I also need to get more zones created. So I'm going to definitely give them that. I'm going to write the 8 over here and then get another energy to start working towards that. But I also want to try to finish Station 4 as soon as possible. Got a 1. That's actually kind of good. Yeah, I'm going to give him the planning card. I'm going to use the 1 over here. Making sure I'm not breaking any rules. And then I'll use the plant action. So Station 4 is almost fully completed with the plants, which is good. Okay, interesting spread of cards here. I don't know if I have a play. I don't think I can. I think I might have to take a system error. But luckily that will give me a an energy. Just because of how I have this all laid out. I can't use a 7. I can't use a 6. I definitely can't use a 2. So I will just... I still have to choose 2 cards and give them 1 card. So I can't write anything. So I have to take a system error. That gives me an energy, which then allows me to create another partition somewhere, which I'm going to go with... Yeah, I'm just going to partition this area right there. Okay. What is next? Got a 4, a 7, and a 4. Okay, 7 I can definitely use like here-ish. 7, 8, 9, 10. But I do want to get more of these water tanks. So maybe I will. This might be kind of risky. Because I'm going to, well, yeah, it's kind of risky. I guess I don't have to fill them in. But I'm going to use the double 7s, using 1 7 there, and then using the water tank action. So now I have 2 consecutive water tanks. So now I essentially need that one and that one have to be filled in. So I'm like going to draw arrows so I don't forget to do them. The rest of the water tanks, I mean, you get points for getting them, so it's not like I don't want to get them, but they're not as crucial at the moment. Okay. I can give them the astronaut card, and then I can write the 10 in here and use that plant to finish off Station 4 with the plants. So now I just need to get 2 more robots on Station 4, and that first station will be done, which is awesome. I want to use the energy. I'm going to take the 8. So I'll give him the 6, draw in the 8 there, and then use the energy, I guess, up here. So I need 1 more energy before I can do another partition somewhere. Okay, we got a lot of water symbols coming up. That's actually pretty good, though. I guess I could also shoot for this one down here, this water tank. And I could use the 2 and the water, but then give them a water. That's actually not bad. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to give them a water, write the 2 in here, and then do the water tank action. So now I'm really banking on just getting a high number here, or doing another partition and then getting a low number. And it's our first mission card. So that was a B, so I can cross off the highest multiplier at station 1. And we're moving onwards. I need to focus more on these robots here soon, but that's maybe gonna have to wait a little bit. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess this isn't that bad. I'll take the 11 and the 4. I'll give him the 10. I'll use the 11 down here. Use the 4 for the energy. That gives me another split partition, which I will split this final area there. So now I've got my 2, 4, and 6 zones. So now I just need to make sure I fill them all in for for mission B, and then that'll be good. I also need to start focusing a little bit more on the robots, but right now I'm not terribly concerned about that. So I'll give them an energy, which I don't love doing because that's 6 points for them, but it is what it is. Because I'm going to draw in a 1 here and then start working on the plants for station 3, because I do need to fill those in. Mission A has come up, so that means Astro Effect. They cross off the highest multiplier at station 2. Which isn't bad. It's only on the reshuffle is when we're going to have to start worrying about trying to complete these robots at the station soon. So I definitely need to not dilly-dally with that much longer, because that's going to start being an issue here soon. Okay. So I'm going to use the 6 and the 7. I'll give them the 3. I'll write the 6 in here. Use the 7 for another robot up there. I still need 4 more robots to complete all the stations, and there's not a lot of cards left, so I'm not doing too good on the robot front. I've maybe been focusing a little too much on the plant aspect, but it is what it is. So I'm going to give them that. I can use the 10 right here. Get another energy symbol, which these last 3 partitions I don't really need, but they will be nice to have. And what's nice is that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2 all complete. So mission B has been completed. And I get the full points for it too. Pretty dang nice. Okay, there's another robot, which is good to see. And it's a 9. Oh, that's perfect. So I'm going to write the 9 in right there. Got another robot that I can use up here. And that is... all the robots are complete for station 4, which means we get the highest multiplier. And we get 2 Astra symbols to circle, which will be very nice to have. So pretty much anytime I give them energy cards, I'm going to save those so that if I have to give them an energy card, that's when I'll use that. Which I might have to do that here soon, because I've left myself in kind of a bad spot. Because right now I can't write any of these numbers in without doing another partition somewhere. That's on me. That was pretty dumb. So I'm taking another system error. I'll give him one of the robots, and that's fine. But what's nice is with that other system error, I get a second free energy, which does get me another partition, which I will just partition this. Actually, I'll go before the water tank instead, like right there. Okay, I think this is there's mission C, which doesn't matter this first time around, and this is the last hand of this before we reshuffle. So we got 6, 7, and 13. So I might do like the 13 like way out here. Let's see, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do it like here-ish. And I'll circle the second plant symbol on station 3. Wait, those go there. This goes to them. But you know what? I might use my first solo bonus because that's 4 points they're getting. I don't really want to give that to them, so they're not getting it. And now we do a quick reshuffle. So now I just really need to try to get these 3 robots completed on station 3, or else they're going to take away the highest bonus, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it definitely wouldn't be good for us. So let me double check. The end of the game is triggered when? I'm just trying to remember if there's any additional end game triggers. I think for this mission, or for this adventure, there's not like... The last one was like, oh, if you launch the rocket, that's an additional end game trigger. But for this game, I think it's just the original 3 of... If I get another system error, it's over. If I complete all 3 missions, it's over. Or if I fill in all the boxes. So you give this one more quick shuffle, and then we'll start this final little section here. Let me split the deck. Okay. So I really don't want to see mission A or B pop up, because that would be bad for me. At least not until I see some more robots come up, which we're now seeing our first one, which is good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna write it right here and circle the first robot. Boom, boom. And then also use my solo bonus to not give them that energy card. Looks like we got another robot en route. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to give him an energy card, which I don't love, but it is what it is. I'll write in the 9. Let's see, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll write it in like right there. Second robot. So I still need. Oh no, it's like I need one more robot, but here is the A mission, which that doubly sucks because then I'm only gonna get half points for this, and they're crossing off the top multiplier of the last station, which is the one I was trying to get to. I was like maybe 1 or 2 turns short. Unfortunate, but I guess I didn't realize the stack was off the screen. Doesn't really matter, but I'll fix that. Okay, well, I still need to focus on getting these plants filled on the station. And I still need to get this water tank filled as well. What sucks is I can see the next card is going to be C, so I'm also going to get half points for C. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, I guess I'll use the 15 up here, because I don't want to give them more plants, and then I'll use the circle one of the plants on station 3. Give them another plant card. Mission C gets flipped, so now I can only basically score half points, and what do you know? It's another robot. Like 2 turns too late. Because I can write the 7 in there. Circle that robot. At least, I mean, I'm going to get still some points from it, but not nearly as much as I would have wanted. Whatever. I think it's only like total like 8 points I'm losing because of the multiplier, but still not great. I don't like it, but... So there's a water symbol, which would be good, but we need a low water symbol, which is not what we have right now. So I'm gonna give them the robot and use the 6 and use the 9 for the energy. Which I think I already wrote. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I already wrote that. So we get another energy. So if I get another energy, I'll be able to do another divide. Come on, give me a water symbol. Oh, that's what I need, is like a 1 and a water symbol, but that's not what I got. That's totally fine though, because this is actually decent, because I can use the 1, I can use the 4 and the 9. Oh, this is actually great, because I can do that, give them the robot, write the 4 in here, use the 9 for the energy. That gives me another split, which I can put right here, and that greatly improves the amount of options I can put in the water area. I just need I need to draw something decent, and these haven't been decent. 10, that is good to see. Actually, I'll give him that because I can use the 11 up here. And then I can fill in the last plant on station 3. So that is 2 whole stations with plants. So that is mission A complete. Pretty good, pretty good. On to the next few. I just need another water symbol, which I have not been drawing. I think I got rid of a bunch at the beginning, and now I'm just not drawing any. The deck is slowly running out. Got 11, 12, and 8. Oh boy. Guess I'll write the 12 in here. Use the 11 for another energy symbol and give them a plant. They're gonna be scoring a lot of points. Give me another water symbol, please. That's good. That's actually what I needed. So I can use the 8 and the 3. I'll give them the robot. I can draw in the 8 right here. I can circle that. And then because of that, that is a 3rd mission complete. So I'll get 6 points for that. And I believe, I'll double check, but I think since I've completed all 3 missions, that just ends the game, right? Yeah, because you have to accomplish all 3 missions. Let me triple check. This doesn't say anything weird about the end game conditions. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. So I assume the normal 3 modes of ending the game still stand. So that's it for this game. So I guess I'll tally up my points first, and then we'll see how the AI did. So first off, I got what, 11, was that 17, 23 for my missions. Stations 1 and 2, I got 0 points for. Station 3, I got 24. And station 4, I got 40. Not bad. That's a total of what, 64 points there. Water tank circled, that's 6, that's 13, 21, 29. Right, 13, 21, 29, yeah. Longest, what is it? Longest complete zone. I have one that's 6. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think it's just 6. And then I'm going to lose 10 points there. I guess I will quickly see for the AI at least how many energy cards I gave them. So they have 1, 2. We gave him 2 the entire game. That's awesome if that's the case. I'm just double checking. No cards are sticking together and then I didn't miscount. Looks good to me. All right. So 2 means, because it's for every pair, it counts as 1 complete zone. And for zone wise, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I definitely get the full 20 points there. And I'm just gonna cheat and use my phone as the calculator because I don't want to mess up this math. So real quick, we got 23 plus 64 plus 29 plus 6 plus 20 minus 10. 132. That's what I got. So that seems like a pretty respectable score. But I guess we have to wait and see what the AI gets. So they got 2 energy cards, so that's 12 points for their energy score. I'll just put these all in the discard as I start counting them up. Let's count. I'm just going to kind of go in order. So robots, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, and they get 2 points each, so that's a total of 16. Put these in the discard pile. Next we got plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, and they get 4 points each, so is it 28? Yeah. Water symbols. 1, 2, 3. At 3 points each, that is 9 points. Astronauts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 points each, that is 15 points. And then finally, they have 3 of the planning symbols at 2 points each. That is 6 points. So 132 is the score for them to beat. They get 16 plus 12 plus 28 plus 9 plus 15 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4. Their total is only 95. Man, they kind of blew them out of the water there. So that was adventure number 2. Mission complete. I guess I'll quickly read what this, get these missions out of the way. Kind of clean this all up here in a second. If you won the game, go to chapter 134. Zoom in a little bit on this for you. In chapter 140, wait, 134? 134. Yeah. Touchdown! Congratulations! We have landed on the moon with all necessary equipment. I knew that I could count on you. You've won the game. Earn 1 star as indicated. So I'm up to 2 stars for this campaign. Seems good. Also, the AI will be increasing their difficulty up to, I'm just going to write it over here instead. Difficulty 5, which is starting to get a little scary. And then I'll be going on to chapter 36 here in a second. But first, let me kind of reset all this. So we erase the boards, get the new board out, shuffle the deck of cards, get the new goal cards out, all that good stuff. So give me a few minutes to do so. How we doing on time? Okay, we're about 2 hours in. Yeah, I should be able to get through at least the 4 I wanted to get through today. So that can go over there. Got mission 3. Ooh, this one's I kind of mentioned this earlier. This one's a bit of a brain burner, at least in my playthroughs of it. It was very thinky, very thinky. There's A card, B card, C card, and I will have to give these a real good shuffle since the AI cards are kind of now sorted by type. So I want to make sure everything's pretty good shuffled and whatnot, pretty randomly. You know, we don't want stuff clumped together or anything like that. Yeah, that last one went pretty good. This one, not confident it's going to go too well, but we'll see, especially because we're already on AI level 5. And this was one I not necessarily struggled on, but like I mentioned, it's a bit more thinky because you have like rows and columns to worry about when placing your numbers. So it's definitely a bit more to think about, but it's a pretty cool one. I like it. Give these like maybe 2 more shuffles, and then I'll feel kind of confident that they're good enough shuffled up. I'm gonna do the old split it into like thirds. Okay, that is not a third. That's close enough. Okay. So the stack of cards is ready. Put that, make sure we got everything kind of on screen decently. Erase this. And this. I guess we're moving up to, get rid of this card because we're moving up to AI difficulty 5. Which is kind of, yeah, like I said, that's getting there because there's only 8 levels of difficulty. So it's not bad. Let me put the goals away and then we'll get reading on Adventure 3. I was gonna call it Mission 3, no, Adventure 3. Put that like right there. This can kind of stay hidden up here, doesn't, or I'll put that off screen now. We don't need to see that at the moment. Okay. I think real quick before I go over this adventure, I'm gonna take a quick break for like, I don't know, just 2-3 minutes, stretch my legs, fill my water bottle, all that good stuff. So you all do the same, and I'll see you in a few. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Solo Game the Moon Edition, where we'll be continuing with our little campaign and starting on adventure number 3, labeled The Colony. That's probably a little bit better. Okay. So the intro text reads, your rocket has landed on the moon. You can now build the first lunar colony. You must construct buildings organized in rows and columns, as well as greenhouses for the plants and water tanks. From the landing site, you also have to connect a network of parabolic antennas in order to observe the deep space. We count on you to maximize your colony to ensure its future development. Like I said, I kind of mentioned this earlier. This one's fun. It's a bit of a brain burner, and you'll see why in a second. But you can maybe already kind of see why just glancing at this little picture here. Because when you pick a number and an action, all the actions, I'll go over in a second. But when you write a number down, in this adventure, each building is a space to be numbered. Each row and each column of a building forms a zone that you must number in ascending order. So each horizontal row of buildings must be numbered in ascending order from left to right, and each vertical column of buildings must be numbered in ascending order from bottom to top. So when you write a number on a building, you must make sure it is in the proper order in relation to other numbers in both the same row and the same column. So yeah, you have to be very mindful of where you're writing the numbers. Like, if you want to, I don't know, they got a pretty good setup going on here, but like, if they write a 3 here, and then they want to write a 4 going up here, well, you could write a 4 kind of going for the column wise, but then that you can't do it for the row. So it's like, you have to kind of keep in mind both the rows and the columns, which is just like double the amount of thinking you have to do when it comes to like the building placements and number placements. Hello there, Kardik. This is Helldivers 2. You're mistaken. This is clearly Helldivers 2. I don't know what you're talking about. Glad to see you. I hope you had a good weekend and all that good stuff. Yeah, this is clearly Helldivers 2. This is Helldivers 2, the flipping right. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it is. I don't know. It's a space themed game. Like, that's kind of close, and you're colonizing the moon, so that's kind of close. There's no shooting, so like, I guess that part is missing of this game. But it's basically the same thing. Helldivers 2, the board game, coming soon. But this unfortunately ain't it. What else? So also there at the bottom left in this little spot where the 2 is marked is the rocket. And also at the top right where the other 2 is marked, that's the observatory. And they're already considered to be numbered, so you don't have to worry about that, which is nice. Also, there are already 2 buildings that start out marked with X's, that one and that one. So it gives you a little bit of something to start with, which is good. And so there's something called the quarters in this. So the colony buildings are divided up into 4 quarters. As you can see here, there's like a little wall kind of segmenting this in half, both horizontally and vertically. So, and these each make up the 4 little like, kind of quarters. The first player to write a number in all the buildings in one quarter in the same turn circles the highest bonus of points on the side. And any other players cannot mark the highest bonus. So yeah, filling in all the numbers of a quarter, it just gets you a nice little bonus. This looks chill. I don't see it. This is it's pretty chill. I mean, this one's gonna be a little bit more stressful, especially because this one's just, yeah, like I said, a bit of a brain burner. It's also, I'm on AI difficulty 5 out of 8. So I've been just doing too much winning that the AI just keeps getting harder and harder. And I feel like this one is going to be one that's going to just sink me, but we'll see. So those are how like placing numbers work. So the different actions I'll quickly talk about. So the water action. throughout the board, there are little water symbols in some of the buildings. And if you write your number in a building with a water tank, you can circle that water tank, and that will get you some extra points at the end. There's also the plant action. So you must build your greenhouses in order to grow plants. For that purpose, you circle one greenhouse in the same quarter where you've written down the number of your combination. You circle the greenhouses of the quarter top to bottom, and each greenhouse will earn you one plant for the end of the game. Except the fourth greenhouse will earn, it's larger, so it earns you 2 plants. Thought this was a family-friendly channel. You're talking about getting higher. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, getting higher. There's a space. We went way high. We were just in orbit. We were out of this world, and now we're on the moon and doing some colonization. You missed the whole. Adventure number 1 was let me show you. Adventure number 1 was launching the rocket. Adventure number 2 was the journey, which you missed both of those, and now we're on colonization. So it's the whole progression of escaping the Earth because it's being bombarded with asteroids. So that's the plant action. Robot actions. So in order to dispatch the scientists and the equipment, you must create a network of pressurized tunnels connecting the buildings to one another. So at the beginning of the game, where was that? At the beginning of the game, you already have 2 tunnels built from the rocket. From the landing site on the rocket. So then with the robot action, you can draw a line on a tunnel to connect 2 buildings. The buildings don't necessarily have to be numbered, but the line must start from a building that already is connected to the network. And the network can branch out into multiple paths. As soon as a building with a parabolic antenna is numbered and connected to your tunnel network, you can circle its antenna. So you can see some of these buildings have little antennae on them. So like in this example up here, this building with a 7 has it numbered and it's connected to the network. And once that's done, if it has an antenna, you circle it and you'll get points for antenna at the end. And that's the robot action. Also, the observatory up here has 3 antennas. So if you manage to get your network connected up to here, you'll get to circle those 3. Then the energy action. You can use your energy to improve the greenhouses, the water tanks, or the network of antenna. To do that, you essentially cross off one of the boxes in the scoring area of your choice. You must cross off the boxes with the lowest value, and then the others from top to bottom. So basically, at the end of the game, I'll go over this in a second, but like you're going to get points for each water tank you have circled. So if you don't use your energy at all, you're getting no points. Or if you've used your energy to cross off the 0, you're getting 2 points per water tank. The astronaut allows you to modify the numbers, same as before, plus or minus 2. And you also cross off an astronaut symbol in this little box. And that will get you points at the end of the game, depending on if you're the first, second, or third. And planning symbols over here, you can use to fill in an X, but since it's powerful, you'll lose points towards the end of the game. So, anybody ask about the robot actions? Because I did. Did you, though? I don't see you asked. You know, I gotta go over all the actions or else you're gonna be lost. You're gonna have no idea what's going on. So yeah, at the end of the game, you get points for your plants, water tanks, and parabolic antennas based on whatever the highest, I guess the lowest down uncovered boxes. So in this case, you would get 3 times 8, that's 24. You also get for completed quarters bonus, you get to add those. Astronauts, whoever has the most gets 20 points. And then also planning, you subtract the lowest value. And that's pretty much that. Yeah. You say cringe how my comments aren't showing up on the stream? That's really weird. I don't know why it's just a you problem. I think that's just a skill issue or something. Because everybody else's comments show up on the stream just fine. Well, maybe not everybody. I don't know. I don't know how. That is strange. I should look into that. Because what's cool is like it combines the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat, which is cool. It's something I've been trying to figure out. But that is weird that it doesn't show everybody's comments, but I will look into that at some point. Obviously not like right now, but at some point I will. Because that is kind of weird. And it's not just you. I mean, Frederick was typing earlier. His comments aren't showing up on the screen, which is very odd. So I don't know if it's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's a skill issue, I guess. Definitely not a tech issue. Couldn't be me. Okay. What chapter was I on? Oh boy, I don't remember now. I think it was 131. Okay. Right? No, it wasn't. Oh boy. What chapter? Which? Oh, it was this one, 134. Okay. I demand as you fix it now, I'll unsubscribe, bro. You say you're a fan, but last stream you weren't here. So if you're not here every single stream, you're a fake fan. It's just how it is. I don't make the rules. That's just how it works. You got to dedicate your life to these streams. Okay, but I got to go to chapter 36 now. All right, chapter 36. Make sure this is on screen. Perfect. Okay. Chapter 36 reads, we have received a message from Earth. The Human Alliance is proud of you, but the race against the time continues. The asteroids are getting closer every day. Captain Taki, we count on you to set up colony as quickly as possible. The Human Alliance has given me free reign to direct our work. The two options are either we must reactivate the observatory, it is important for future developments, or we must set up the colony methodically. The new beginning must be perfect. So though the observatory sounds important, I'm all about that second option of setting up the colony methodically. So we're going to head to chapter 59 and see what awaits us there. And chapter 59 says, its foundation is solid. If the foundation is solid, our future will be guaranteed. We must do everything perfectly. Here are our mission orders. So we have to do this mission, which is number all of the buildings in 3 horizontal rows. Then the next one is this mission, which is circle all of the parabolic antenna in 2 quarters. And then the final mission is circle all of the water tanks in 2 quarters. And that's what we got to do. That's our mission. And I think we're pretty much ready to rock and roll on this third adventure. Get a quick sip of water here. Speaking of which, I gotta rock out. I'll catch you later. All right, I'll catch you later. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you have a good rest of your Sunday doing whatever it is you do, playing Helldivers and whatnot. All right, so I need to fill in 3 rows, all of the parabolic and dishes in 2 quarters, and all of the water tanks in 2 quarters, which definitely means the greenhouses are gonna be neglected. I'm not gonna focus on them pretty much at all, because like I need to be focusing on the water and the antennas. So let's get rocking and rolling. I also need to play very, very carefully because, like I said, this one, it's a little tricky. Okay, well, it's not a great first start because I want to put the water tank somewhere, but I'm looking at my options. We have a 2. Not a lot of spots we can really put a 2. I could put it there, but then I would need a 1 and an X over here. I guess I don't have to complete those. I guess I can leave stuff blank. I need to try to get a... But getting these bonuses for the quarters is pretty helpful. So it's like I don't... But then I would need the planning stuff to fill in ones. Or I could do a 12 and a water. Which I guess 12 would be easier, but I really want to avoid these high numbers if possible. I guess I could put the 12 up here, but then what? 13, 14, 15x? That's not... that doesn't seem great. I could go 2. I'm going to go with the 2 here, and I'm going to give them the planning card. So I'll do 2 for the number, claim the water tank, which means I'm probably going to do the water tanks in this quarter and then some other quarters. So, okay, let's get rolling. Put that like up there, next 3 cards. Okay, I'm gonna give him another planning card. I'm gonna take the 4, write that way here at the end, and then use the robot to yeah, I don't know. Probably connect up all the antenna in this first quarter, this bottom quarter, I think is what I ideally want to do. I don't know. I kind of just am winging this. So we'll see how this goes. All right, I'm gonna give him this, use the 4 as the number, use the astronaut, and change the 4 to a 3 and place that there. Something like that. I'm really trying to think of what I want to do. Sorry. Because I don't just want to... I want to use the robot. But I don't know what I want to use it with. Which one of these numbers. I guess I'll get rid of the 11. Use the 12 on like... Jeez. I don't know. Right here. This might be a huge mistake, but I'm gonna do it. Well, maybe I'll actually use it like, because if I do it here, that means a 13 or 14, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, maybe that's a big mistake. But then also I get to use another robot action to at least connect up that dish. So I might just do all the dishes on this half and then do the water tanks on this half, or maybe the water tanks on the bottom half. I don't know. I guess I'm not too set. I need to just probably not have too much of a plan, to be honest, and really just kind of wing it. So I'll get rid of this, use the 3 in the astronaut, cross off another astronaut, turn that 3 into a 1 and place that right there. So I'm still gonna need an X at some point, but I at least have that all set up. Maybe I go ahead and do that now so I don't have to worry about it. But wait, does that... Look at what the goal says specifically. It says number all the buildings in 3 horizontal rows. The one thing I don't know is, does an X count as a number? I mean, I think obviously I know X isn't a number, but like, I don't think it does. Because that's going to kind of suck that I'm going to have to not... That's going to make this a lot tougher. Then I'm going to have to completely fill this row, and that row. Oh, that's no fun. Okay, I'm still going to do it, but I just realized that's going to be a lot tougher now. Maybe I'll draw like little arrows next to those rows so I don't forget. So this row, that row. So I drew an X, then I'm going to use the planning because I'm going to draw a 5 in here. So I use the 5, drawing the X for the planning. Okay. Let's keep this party going. Okay, wait. I'm going to undo my last action because that was really dumb. I'm actually going to put that 5 here. Because I was thinking about it, if this is a 5, then that has to be 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I would need another X, and then that would just mess up this row. That is a terribly drawn 5, so let me... Okay. Yeah, that was really dumb. My bad. I'd like to use that 1, but I guess I can't. I don't have to completely ignore the plants, but I don't want to focus on them. So I'll take those, give that to them. And I guess I circle one of the plants. Something like that. I also need to not forget about using my energy to at least boost some of these a little bit. I'm going to place the 10 here, use my energy to at least start working on the antenna. Like I said, I don't want to neglect that too much. Okay, we got a 15 and a robot. So that's probably what I'm just going to go ahead and use. But let me think of where I want to place the 15. Probably here. And then place another robot connecting that tunnel up that way. Looks pretty decent. Okay, all right. So I think I'm going to attempt to get these water tanks and just the bottom water tanks. And then the antenna, I don't really know. I think I might ignore this top area because that's going to be harder to connect to. So ideally, this first area will have both. And then maybe I'll do the antenna up here. Something like that. I'm just trying to plan ahead a little bit so I don't completely screw myself. So that means this top like area, I can kind of do whatever to an extent. Trying to think of how 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got nothing. Both would take a while to get to. I guess I could just do that. If I'm gonna just say screw this top part, I'll do that there. Use the 14. But then do I want to use the energy or the robots? Probably the robots. And I'll connect that like over that way. Okay, we got 777. Well, that 7 would work pretty decently here. And then I could circle water tank. And I'm just going to use the energy because I feel like I'm going to need those. Get rid of the robot. So we got both the water tanks in this section. So we just need 2 more for that quest. Okay, that 2 is actually going to be pretty helpful. So I'm going to get rid of the 9 and use that as another robot. Use that 2 there. And connect that up there. Something like that. I'm gonna get rid of the water and use the 11 like here. And then I can use the energy to at least boost the first level of the water tanks. So that's good. Oh boy, okay. That 15 is kind of nice, but that 1 is also, I can't use the 1 anymore. So I might as well use the 15 like up here. And then got a couple of options. I think I might, let me double check something real fast here. How does the bonus work for the quarters again? Okay, so you know what? Let me know if you think I am wrong, and I might have to double check this after the stream. I think X's do count as numbers. Obviously, I know X is a letter, it's not a number. But like, for example, it says in the quarter effect, right? It says the first player to write a number in all of the buildings of 1 quarter in the same turn circles the highest bonus. This already, you already have 2 X's here, so you wouldn't, unless they're just talking about the unnumbered buildings. I'm just curious, like how this quest works, if X's are allowed or not. I don't know. Now I don't know. Now I'm second guessing myself. I don't know. Very confused. I'll still keep playing it the way I was playing it, where I still need to get like the 3 rows that don't have X's in them. So I already wrote the 15 up there, right? So then I'm going to get rid of that. Or no, I was going to get rid of the 1. Was that my plan? Have I already done this? Because I rewrote the 15 right there. And I was going to use this as another X in, I guess, I don't know, like right here. As long as I don't do it in a row I'm supposed to do stuff in. But then does that count as like filling in as a number? That's what I don't fully understand. And maybe I should just play it that X's like are considered numbers, because that just kind of, I mean, obviously it doesn't make sense, but in this game it kind of does. I don't know. Okay, we got another water tank, but we need a lot of lower water tanks. We need a 3 and a 3 essentially for the water tanks. So we got these water tanks complete, or I could still try for these up here. I cannot, I'm gonna go ahead and cross this out. I still could get that, but maybe I could also try for these over here. 9, 10, wait, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. I don't think I can use a 7 water tank anywhere. I guess I could use it there, but then that's going to be 8, 9, 10. That's a big jump. Or I could do it up there. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I will. I'll use the 10 water tank. Maybe that's a huge mistake. I don't know. I'm gonna, after this stream, have to look at, like, you know, go on Board Game Geek or something, see if anybody has asked about that X question. But because I think, like, so what if I write 1x in one of these? Can I not get the bonus anymore? Does that not count as a number, or is that, do I just need to fill in all the buildings? Like, that's what I'm a little confused about. I don't know. 10, 11, 12, 13. I can actually get another, I'm gonna do this. If I get rid of that, I can write in a 10 up here and then get another water tank, and that's all the water tanks up there and over here filled in. So I can kind of erase these. That I could still try to get them, but it's not as huge of a priority because now mission C has been complete. Okay, there's mission A. So I'm gonna cross out this bonus up here. Okay, I definitely need to focus a little bit more on the energy for sure. Also the robots, definitely. So maybe I'll do the 5 here. Maybe 7 actually. The 7 and the energy. And the energy, I'm just gonna boost the water tank some more because that's kind of what I'm focusing on, more or less. Whoops, that's a B mission, which means I have to cross out another highest symbol somewhere. I guess I'll go with this one. Oh, there's a water symbol, but it's with a 3 on it, and I need a 3. That's okay. I can still use that 3 and then use it with a robot, which is good. So I can place the 3 here. Go ahead and X out the water tank just so I don't forget. And then I get to use one of the robots, which I will connect it over to this one. And that gets me an antenna. Okay, lots of plants. Oh, it's pretty much all plants here. I guess I'll take the plant. I'll go with 8 here. Because that works that way, that works that way. I can circle a plant here, and I also get the bonus here, which does get me 2 solo Asher bonuses that I can claim here later, which is kind of nice. Okay, 6, 7, 4. I'm gonna get rid of the 7 and use the 6 right here, which is another antenna I can claim. And then, wait, that row's filled in, so that's good. I need to erase some of these arrows as I'm going along. That's good, that's good. That's filled in. So I still need to finish this row, this antenna, and that top row. That top row is gonna be kind of a pain. The 6 I already wrote, so then I was gonna pair that with the energy, which I'm just gonna use for more antenna bonuses. Okay, and this is the last hand of this round, kind of, not this round, but till I reshuffle again. It looks like it is. So could use the 11, what, the 8 maybe? Yeah, I'm gonna use the 11 and the 8. Get rid of the 9, because then I can write in the... Oh yeah, I was like, what was I gonna do? I was writing the 11 up here, and then I can use the planning symbol to write an X here, which then means I get the 15 bonus there, which gets me 2 more symbols extra there. Also, let me go ahead and fill this in. That's 15. Okay. And those go in the discard, and I reshuffle. See, and I just... Maybe I might real quick do a Board Game Geek search on this X thing, because like if X's count towards numbered rows for this goal, then I have it complete. These bottom 3 rows are kind of numbered at that point. And then all I would need is just the antenna, which I guess also this antenna is connected. I don't know why I never circled that. So I just need this numbered and that connected. And then I'm kind of done. Let me, yeah, I might do a quick like minute search just to see if I can see anything online about this, because I am kind of curious now, and that kind of does make a bit of a difference if it counts, at least towards that goal. I mean, I'm assuming they count towards the quarter bonus of being filled in, but I don't know if they count towards that goal, which if I'm counting it towards one, I should probably count it towards the other, but I'll still, I'm gonna do a quick Google search and see if I find anything. So yeah, give me like 1 minute as I try to search this up. Still looking. Give me just 1 more minute. See if I can find anything about this, but I'm not seeing much right off the bat, but I'm still looking. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I will just have to maybe post my own question after this and get a result. Maybe I'll just post it in the comments in the VOD of this afterwards, because I don't know. I'm gonna maybe, because if I play it like X is a number, then I have completed the A goal, which, you know what, I'm already kind of doing that for the quarter bonus, so let's go ahead and just say it is. Because I also don't know, because if you think about it, like, it starts with 2 X's in these rows already, so if you need to complete 3 rows, then that means you can't complete these. You'd have to complete either the 2 above or 2 below, or some combination of 3 that way. So like, I don't know if that's how they intended it, but that's how I'm going to play it. I think that's what makes sense, kind of, sort of. Okay. Onwards and upwards. So I need to do a couple more things. I mean, honestly, I think I could complete this like this very next turn if I wanted to, but I don't know if I really want to at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna actually wait, because I think I could place a 5 here, use the robot, connect that up. That's all of the antennas complete, and then that's just game. But I'm going to go a little bit longer and basically deny them. I'm going to go 4 more turns and try to deny them, because I want to use my bonuses that I got. So also just try to maybe focus on energy a bit more along the way. So I'm going to use the 11 here and use the robot to connect up to there. So that's another antenna complete. So that antenna is complete. I'm also going to get rid of these rows. So then the last thing I need to do is just get that antenna. So would I use the 11 and that? And then I'm going to use my solo bonus to just discard that card. Let's get 3 more going. There's the A objective. Doesn't really matter at this point. 7s I can still use, so I'll use the 7 and the energy. Once again, I'm just going to use a bonus to get rid of that. I'm going to boost probably the antenna bonus, I guess. What I need is a decently low card at some point, but we'll see if that happens. So I'm going to give this to them and use another solo bonus to get rid of that. And I'm going to use the 13 and the astronaut. And then I'm going to use the astronaut to change that 13 to a 14. Place that there. Not that it really matters if I change it or not, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I guess I can place the 1 here. And then I can circle that, give that to them, but I'll just discard it. Getting my bonus. And then that is that satellite. And I guess that satellite, if I'm counting X's as numbers, which then means I have all the satellites in 2 zones. Has the B card came up a second time yet? That was the A. No, it hasn't. So I actually get full points for that as well. I guess that's kind of nice. So I got 9 points for that. And that's the 3rd mission. So that will end the game. We'll double check there's no weird end game triggers or anything, but I think that's just it. Yeah. Okay. So what is that? 18, 30 points. Get 0 for plants. Water tanks, I get 1, 2, 3, 4. Times 4 is 16. Antenna, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 4, 24. Bonuses, I got a 15 there and a 15 there, so that's 30. Astronaut symbols, I assume I just count up however many they had. So let me real quick see how many astronauts I gave them. Probably not a lot. 1. I gave them 1, which I'll go ahead and mark down as 4 points for them. And I did 3, so that means I get the full 20 points. I will lose 6 there, none there. So let me get the old calculator back out real fast. Excuse me. 30 plus 16 plus 24 plus 30 plus 20 minus 6 is 114. My total score seems pretty respectable. Let's go ahead and tally up their stuff. So I'll start with the robots. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're getting 16 points for the robots. Then for their energy, they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 20 points for their energy that they scored. Plants, they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 28 points they'll get for that. Water, they get 1, so that's just 4. And then planning, that's 3, so that's 9 points. So let's tally up theirs. 16 plus 20 plus 28 plus 4 plus 4 plus 9 plus 10 plus 15. Their total is 106. Mine was 114. So very close, but I still won. GG AI, but guess I'm getting bumped up to AI level 6 now. Now, granted, like I said, I don't know if I fully played that 100% correctly. I don't know if X's count towards that bonus, if they count towards antenna. I don't know if it counts towards the... I feel like it has to count towards at least the quarter bonus, so I assume it counts towards the other ones, but maybe that's just a bad assumption on my part. But that's a win in my book. So let's see what this... It's a win in my book, but let's see what this book says. So if I win by accomplishing the 3 missions, go to chapter 6. Okay. Make sure it's on screen. Our training has not been... Or wait, you start that. Our training has not been a waste of time. Our capacity to fulfill expectations is impressive. Our team is wonderful. The Human Alliance is lucky to have me. Yada 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 yada. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I get 2 stars for winning that. So I'm up to 4 now. And then AI is up to level 6. And now we continue on. So I'm gonna quickly at least put away some of this stuff real fast here before we move on to the next adventure, which I think, like I kind of mentioned, this will be the last one we do today. But glad we're making good time. I'm getting to at least want to get through adventure 4, which we'll definitely do. So that's good. Move that over a little bit. Paper towel so I can wipe this down. And make sure it's all clean before I give it a flip. The final adventure of the day, the mining adventure. I guess I'll quickly also reshuffle these and do all this now before I start diving into what's coming next. I gotta give these a good shuffle because, yeah, the AI kind of groups theirs together, so, you know, I want to make sure it's all shuffled up. Yeah, we're almost halfway through this campaign. Have not lost once. I did cheat a bit in the first adventure and maybe didn't play that last adventure fully correct, but I don't know. Let me know what you think if you're watching this live or in the future. If you have an opinion on how I handled that with the X's and those goals and those bonuses, because I think... Because there's 2 X's that start on the board. So if the X's didn't count towards the quarter bonus, they wouldn't even have that option in the ones that have the X there. So if you're going off of that assumption that X's are allowed for the quarter bonus, which makes sense to me, then it only makes sense that that counts towards antenna and that mission card. That's what makes sense to me, but I don't know if I'm fully playing that correctly. So who knows? We'll, like I said, I'll maybe do a bit more researching at some point here in the next day or two. Maybe I'll post a question on Board Game Geek, seeing if I can get a definitive answer from either people in the community or maybe like a developer of the game or someone from the company. That'd be kind of nice to get a good official answer. But also, if other people have run into this, then that would be good to know what's going on. And if I get an answer, like I said, I'll maybe I'll post a comment and like pin it to the comment section of this video to figure out exactly what to do in that scenario. But I feel like, I played it the way I played it because that's what felt right to me, but we'll see if that was correct or not. Definitely not confident that was the right answer, but that's what made the most sense to me. So, you know, just gotta, that's what you gotta do sometimes. You don't know a rule, just pick a way to play it and just play it and then figure out later if it's right. But sometimes it's easy to get like lost in the weeds trying to figure out too much if something's right or wrong, and then you're just, you're not playing the game anymore. You're just looking through rule books and looking online, and that's no fun for anybody. Okay. So we're moving on to chapter 169. Zoom back in so you can see a little bit better. Chapter 169, man, it's way towards the back. Okay. There we go. Message from the Human Alliance. We live in dark times. The asteroids are multiplying. We must aim for a new start and fast. There is water on the moon, and we have even discovered lunar plants hidden underground. Thanks to the Alpha Complex and its automatic production system, we will be able to build our future city, the capital of the moon. Captain Taki will give you instructions. We must supply the Alpha Complex with resources under our feet. The mine is full of these precious resources. So we have two options. Either let's have the complex run at full capacity, or let's be precise and methodical in our operation. Once again, pretty interesting decisions to go between. Having the complex run at full capacity does sound good, but being precise and methodical does also sound good. So I think I'm gonna go with the precise and methodical route. We'll see if that's good or bad, but let's go to chapter 78. Our factories must reach their optimum. The quality of the extraction is more important than the quantity. Here are your missions. Here are your mission orders. All right, so let me go ahead and let's cover what's going on in Adventure for the Mine. The colony is fully operational. It is now time to mine the underground resources of the moon. We have discovered some precious minerals as well as water and lunar plants. You must dig galleries in the lunar underground in order to extract these resources that will be processed on the surface in the factories of the colony. We count on you to take advantage of the wealth because the colony needs to grow. Kind of see here a little picture of what's going to be going on. So, and I'll put this back in shot so you can at least have something to see as I kind of talk through a little bit of what's going on in this adventure. So, for writing down a number, as you can see here, the mine at the bottom of the sheet has 3 underground levels. Each horizontal level is an independent zone. It's made up of cavities, spaces that you must number in ascending order from left to right. In the mine, there are 2 types of minerals that we commonly refer to as pearls, which are the yellow silvery ones, and rubies, which are the red pinkish ones. When you write down a number in these spaces with a mineral, immediately circle it. Using the water and plant actions, you can also circle water and plants and water in the mine. By numbering the spaces, you will trigger the circled resources, which will allow you to supply your factories. The extraction of these resources happens during a different phase. So there's 6 main factories, as you can see kind of up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 4 main factories, which are these 4, I guess. The 4 main factories, on the left are for processing the resources coming from the mine. To fill these factories, you must cross off the resources from top to bottom. Each of these 4 factories, there is a resource linked to a filling bonus, which you can see like here. The little kind of outlined thing that's in a circle. You got one there, and there. So yeah, the first player to circle the resources linked to a filling bonus during the same turn We'll circle the bonus. Yeah. Wait, so do you circle? Oh, okay. The two main factories, sorry, I was just double checking, something, I was a little confused myself. The two main factories on the right side are the control centers for astronauts and the planning. The main factories earn you points at the end of the game. You can upgrade their efficiency using energy and robot actions. There's also secondary factories, which are up top here. They are located above the main factories. You can activate them during the game to gain instant bonuses. So the actions. First off, you have the water and plant actions. Both actions work the same way. If you've written down the number of your combination in a cavity that is next to a water or plant, so if it's basically just above or below the cavity, you can write, then with the corresponding action, you can circle the resource. Astronauts, pretty much like always, can be used to modify a number +2 or -2. Also, you cross off an astronaut symbol in the control center whenever you do that. Planning action allows you to fill in a space with an X. Moreover, you can cross out one of the things here. Yeah. Energy and robots, both actions work in the same way. Use energy or robot actions to cross off an energy or robot symbol in any factory. You can see there's a bunch up here. There's a bunch in each factory. So this leads to kind of the concept of upgrading a main factory. So you can see the main factories, as soon as you've crossed off all of the energy and robots, you cross off the scoring box located at the top of the factory. And at the end of the game, the scoring box at the bottom of the factory will be taken into account. So by default, like the plant factory here, you're going to get 2 points per plant you get. But if you fully upgrade it, you cross off the 2 box, and then you get 4 points per plant. And yeah, all 4 of these factories kind of have an upgrade option. I guess also the secondary factories also have an upgrade option as well. The astronaut does, so by default you get no points for astronauts, so you can get 3 points, and then for the planning factory, normally you would lose 3 points per planning symbol you use, but instead if you upgrade it, you'll make that a 0, so then you don't lose any points for your planning, which is kind of nice. So you have the secondary factories up here. Once you cross off all the symbols at the top, you get to immediately use the bonuses in them. So yeah, you just get like extra plants or extra robots or whatever. Extracting the resources. So as you're filling in the numbers down here, you circle the resources. If you use like a plant or water symbol, you circle that. But then how do you extract it? Well, if you have numbered the 3 spaces in the column, then you may extract the resources from the column by crossing off the resources in the column. And then for each of these resources, you circle the main resource in the factory. And then you circle the extraction pump, which are these little things going that way. So at the end of the game, you get points for your main factory, the astronaut factory. You lose points for the planning factory. And that's pretty much it. The one thing, what was I going to double check? There was something I wanted to double check because I forget one part of this, but maybe I don't. Maybe I'm okay, I'm going to double check the. It's like, I don't think it explicitly says this. Okay, yeah, so when doing the numbering, all it says is at the bottom of your sheet has 3 underground levels. Each horizontal level is an independent zone. So it doesn't like specifically say this, but it seems very much implied that this works kind of like you have to go ascending left to right and then ascending bottom or top to bottom. Doesn't explicitly say that, but at least in the rule book, like that's like what they got in the picture here is like, you know, it's ascending that way and then it's ascending that way. So yeah, it's kind of weird it doesn't explicitly say that because that seems kind of important, but I think it's just implied, especially after like the last adventure with how all that worked. So that's adventure, the rules for adventure 4. So then I'll quickly set up the goals. So the first one is getting complete 4 adjacent extraction columns. That's the first goal. Then second goal is completing all 5 secondary factories at the top of the sheet. And then the third goal is getting 5 water from what's it called? From the ground. That's what it is. Okay, so let's get going with this. We're ready to go. So last time I played this, I did bad. I'm facing AI level 6, so it's not going to go great, I feel like. I mean, this is getting up there with some of it. It only goes up to level 8 difficulty, so we're getting to some of the most difficult levels of AI. But yeah, last time I played this, it did not go good. I think I lost because of system errors and I didn't complete the goals. Oh, that's the thing I wanted to double check, is because it says at the end of the game, if at least one player has accomplished mission B. So mission B is the one that needs completing. Last time I played this, I did not complete mission B, and that was not good. So I need to make sure I complete all of these secondary factories at the top. Like, that's my main priority. Also getting the water, also getting 4 extractions. It seems like also like the extractions at the beginning are probably the easiest to get. Well, probably in the middle actually. So maybe I'll put like dots on like some of the middle ones. So like 1 or something like that. Like these 4 I think are the ones I'm going to shoot for. And then I need to get all the secondary factories. So let's get started. The final adventure of the day. Okay, I'm going to double check how many. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to place the 9 here and then use the water action to circle this. And what's nice about the water, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I just have to circle them. I don't necessarily have to extract them. Obviously, that'd be better because then I'll get points for it. But it's not necessary for at least the goal. And I will give that to them. So it seems like I really need to avoid giving the AI robots. And if I have the option, I should give them energy. It also seems like I should really try to focus on one resource and try to get to the bonus as quick as possible. So maybe I should try to like super focus on water and try to get as much water as possible. Get the secondary factory running for water and then doing all I can there. So maybe I'm going to I'll give him the plant. I'll use the 9, but I'm going to turn it into an 8 with the astronaut symbol. And use that down here. Also, I should be circling these rubies as I go, that they're ready to be extracted whenever I finish the column. Okay, there's more water. I need to not also slack on the robots. That's a pretty important aspect that I was messing up last time I played. Yeah. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 7, 6, 5, 4. So I'm going to place the 4 here. And then I'm going to use the first robot to start working on the water factory. It's like I said, those are my top priorities. Is at least I need to get all of this secondary factories. Like I need to do that. And then also just trying to focus on getting as much water as possible. This is good. So I can use the 10 and the 8, placing the 10 here. That's a pearl I'll get, and then I can circle another water, which is pretty nice. Okay, I'm gonna use the 6 in the robot. So I'm gonna use the 6 here, and then cross off another robot in the secondary water factory. Let's get going on the next few cards. Okay, we got a 1, that's good to see, and a robot. I'll definitely take that. I'll put the 1 way down here, and then use a robot on, I'm gonna work on upgrading the water factory as well. Like I said, I think I just need to kind of tunnel vision on one like resource and factory to really try to maximize my points. Especially because like I don't know if I said this, but like the main reason I really want to focus at least on one resource, obviously multiple. I think plants I'm gonna almost completely disregard. Water I need to focus on, and probably rubies are the other ones I really want to focus on because I want to get these bonuses because A, that's just a good amount of extra points, but also getting those bonuses is how I get the Astra solo bonus, which could be very helpful. So that's my thought process there. Okay, cool. I'm going to use the 3 here. That also, I should be circling that pearl and that pearl. I'm going to discard the astronaut and use the energy here to get the, maybe I'll just kind of color in the top or something. Okay, no, that looks terrible. Maybe I'll just circle the bonus just to indicate that I have them complete. That's better. Cool. All right, that's done. Ooh, that's perfect because I can place this 5 here, circle that ruby, and then I can use the water to circle that water. So how many have I circled so far? 3. That's pretty good. I just need to start actually extracting them too, so I can get points for that as well. Okay, we got a 7 and a, okay, that's good because then I could get rid of that. I can write the 7 in here. That's a ruby. And then I can use the power to start upgrading the water factory some more. So that way I'm like 1 robot away from upgrading that, which could be pretty good. I'll go ahead and give them that. I'm gonna write the 7 in here, circle the ruby, and then I'm gonna use the robot to then upgrade the water factory. So I just gotta make sure I extract a lot of water because then I'll get a lot of points for it. And this looks good because I can get rid of this 13, write the 4 in here, and I can get that water right above. So I am 1 water away from getting the first goal, which is good. Definitely, I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm doing a lot better than I was the last time I played this. I need to make sure I'm also still focusing on the top factories because I absolutely need to get that done. So I'm going to get rid of this 6, I think. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the 6 to write the 11 down here. And then I can use a robot, which I'm going to use on the ruby factory. And then this column is complete. So first off, I can activate this. What is it called? Pumps? Extraction. What are they called again? There's a name for these. I totally forget. Should have circled the extraction pumps. Yeah, I was right. They're called pumps. And then I circle a ruby, which I can cross off here. Circle a pearl, which I cross off here. And I circle 2 water. So I am 2 water away from getting that bonus, which is awesome. So we're making progress. We're making progress. think I'm gonna get rid of the plant. I'm gonna use the 6 down here. And then that's a robot I get to use, which I'll use on the Pearl Factory. I don't love giving them robots because they're going to get a lot of points for that, but I'll do it this once. I'm going to write the 3 down here. I could circle that ruby. If I forgot to circle anything, no, I think I'm good. Just double checking. Okay, wrote the 3 there, and then I'm going to use that energy probably on this secondary factory, because getting those 3 extra robots will be very nice to have. I just need a decent amount of low numbers right now. It's not necessarily, but I kind of do. That 2 is completely useless to me. I need to get rid of that. That 9 and the 11 look decent. So I'm gonna use I'm gonna write the 11 here, even though I don't really need to do that, but I'm gonna do it so I can use the 9 up there. And then that will complete this factory, which gets me 3 robots. Well, I will use one on the Pearl Factory, 2 on the Ruby upgrades for the factory. Not bad, not bad. Okay, I'm gonna discard this. I'm gonna use the 6 and the astronaut to change the 6 to a 4 and place the 4 down here. Because then that completes this column. So I can first circle that extraction pump, and then I get 2 pearls and a ruby. Not terrible. Okay, there's the first bonus and the second bonus gone, which I think plant and pearls are going to be first to go. Rubies are going to be the next one, and that's going to be a shame. Oh, wait, no, we only lose 1 right now because it's only for A and B, so we're kind of fine. Okay, I can use the 7 and maybe the 12 here. Yeah, so I'm gonna get rid of the 10. I'm gonna write the 7 in here. Circle that. And then use a planning to write an X over here. Which I don't believe I get the ruby when I do that. Let me see if it shows in the instructions at all. Oh, it looks like you do. Okay. I guess X's are really just considered numbers in this game. I also messed that up last time I played. So first off, I get this pump complete. So I get a pearl, a ruby, and a water. Pearl, ruby, water. And then this column's complete. So I get 2 rubies and some water. 2 rubies, some water, which I complete this 10 bonus, which also means I get 2 solo bonuses, which is kind of nice. Not too bad. How many waters do I have? Let me double check this real fast. 1, 2, still, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I still need 1 more at some point soon, hopefully. A couple 5s going on. See, I'm gonna get rid of this and use the 5 here. Circle that, and then use an energy up here to get the bonus from that. That's 2 extra rubies. Okay. So I guess I'll use the 8. I'll use the 2 robots. The 8, I'll right there, and then I'll use a robot to start working at this secondary factory. I need to make sure I get those all complete. Like I said, that's like, should be my top priority. I mean, water is my kind of top priority, but that should be like my second top priority, I guess. 1, 4, and 6. I can't really use all. I mean, I can use the 6. I can use the, yeah, I can use the 6. So I'll get rid of that. I can use the 6 here. And that will extract a ruby and a pearl. And then I can activate a robot somewhere, which I will just go ahead and activate the astronaut one, I guess. I don't know. Okay, there's another bonus gone. That's going to be the pearl bonus gone. Last 3 cards before I do a reshuffle. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to take an error because I've been really focusing too much on these. Oh, also I get to circle this. How many do I just need 4 of those in a row? Oh, that's like done then. So that's done. So I get 9 points for that. Yeah, I kind of screwed myself by making my lower numbers kind of unusable because now I'm gonna have to take a system error for that. And I'll just give him one of the energy cards, I guess, even though I really do need energy right now. But all right, now we're doing a reshuffle. So I need to focus on completing the top factories, which I need 2 energy to do. And then I need to I just need to circle 1 more water. I don't even need to extract it, that would be ideal. I just need like an 8 and a water or something to come up at the same time before I see the C mission card. I'd also like to get the ruby bonus, but I would need 4 more rubies extracted before then, which I don't think is going to happen. I'll try. I'm not feeling confident in that, though, but I think they're going to wipe out my bonus before I can get to that point. Let's see. Okay, a 10. I guess I can use a 10 here. I'm gonna give him a robot, but get rid of it with my bonus. Use the 10 there, and that will activate this pump, which I can get a ruby and a pearl with. And then I can get an energy with that. Do something with, I guess, activate this factory to get 2 additional pearls. Something like that. Okay, I like seeing these higher numbers. That's good to see. Not seeing a lot of water cards. I don't love that. I guess I'll give him another robot card, which I will discard with my bonus and activate. I'll put a 12 here and then use the energy here to get that, which will complete this because I've activated all the top factories. So that's what, 11 points? So I really just need 1 more water card to show up with a decent number, and then I'm done. there's going to be another bonus that's going to cross off my ruby bonus, even though I'm so close. So close. Did I not just complete a I think I did, but I marked everything off. I'm going to get rid of the 3. Use the 8 and the astronaut. Mark with the astronaut, because I'm going to turn that 8 into... a 9, I guess. Place that there. Circle that. B card comes up. That means I lose another bonus, which I basically lose my chance at the ruby bonus. That sucks. Okay, what are my options now? I can't use any of these, can I? I've also kind of screwed myself putting that 10 there, so that's another system error. I will just give them the... Which one's worth the least points? I guess the power. I just need one. I have not seen a water symbol in a while. There we go. And now it's one I can't use. Great. And that's another system error, and that's just a loss. I mean, it's not a loss. That's game over. And I did complete the mission I wanted to complete, but I'm also going to be losing 15 points because of that. And I didn't complete that mission, so that's just... That sucks. That sucks. So, okay, 0 points there. So that means that's 20 points I earned from that. 4 points for my plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 40 points there because I have the 10-point bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16 points for the pearls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 18 points for the rubies. 1, 2, 3. 0 points there. Minus 18 because it's 3 and 15. Get the calculator back out. Let's see. So that is 20 plus 4 plus 40 plus 16 plus 18 minus 18. I guess I shouldn't have just added that last 18. So 80. Yikes. I'm not feeling too confident about that. Let's see how the AI did, which they're going to be getting. That's 6. That's 12 extra. Let's go through the robots first, which I don't know if I gave them many. I know I definitely gave them like 2, at least 1. Guess I just gave them 1. That's not bad. So that's only 6 points for their robot score. Energy, I probably gave them a lot. 1, 2, 3. 4. So that's 8 points for their energy score. Plants, I gave them, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, what was I really not focusing that game? It was plants. So that's 40 points for their plants. Water, I think I just gave them 1, right? Yeah. Just 1, so that's 5 points. Astronauts, I gave them quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 16. And planning was 3, so that's 12. I think they probably beat me, but I think it was kind of maybe close. Let's find out right now. 6 plus 8 plus 40 plus 5 plus 16 plus 12 plus 5 plus 12. 104. Yeah, they beat me by 24, so maybe not super close. But I mean, luckily, the campaign book it doesn't matter if you really win or lose. Well, I mean, it kind of does, but in this case, it doesn't really, because this just says at the end of the game, if at least one player has accomplished mission B, which I did, go to chapter 74. So we'll go to that and read this last little bit here. We have perfectly exploited the Alpha Industrial Complex. The Human Alliance has therefore decided to entrust us with the construction of the capital city of the moon. which that will get me another star. So I'm up to 5 stars. The AI is at, it's going to get bumped down in difficulty since I lost. So they're at 5 difficulty, and I can save progress here. And we are on 74, I guess chapter 74 or whatever. For if we pick up here again, we can just pick up from the spot with the same details. So yeah, that's all we're doing today, but I'm happy we got through all of what I wanted to in almost exactly the amount of time I thought it was going to take. So that's pretty sweet. So I'll real quick give my final thoughts. And before I give my final thoughts on this, I'll quickly reiterate my thoughts on Welcome to. And my thoughts on Welcome to is I like the game. It's one I've had in my collection for a while. As far as simple flip and writes, like I said, I haven't had many. The only other one I had was Cartographers, which I did like that more than Cartographers. I think what I like about Welcome to is just the simplicity of it. It's pretty chill, pretty simple. I always listen to like jazz music or like Sims music in the background to like set the vibe, and I like that it plays pretty quick. It's not one I return to too much. I have a good amount of the expansions for it, like the different variants for like the maps and whatnot, and they're cool. It's definitely a game I like but don't love. As far as like simple, like if you consider roll and writes and flip and writes kind of in the same genre, I much prefer like Railroad Inc. as just a short one of these style games. But so overall, like, and I'm trying to think, like, I recently ranked all my games, so I don't think Welcome to is that high on the list to begin with. I don't think it was that low. It was probably like definitely the top half of the list, but not towards like the very top. So just to give some context on my thoughts on Welcome to, the original, which is that I did like it. I didn't play the second one, which is Welcome to the Casino. And so that brings us to this one, which I had heard had the campaign mode. It was sci-fi theme, which I liked. So I was very keen to try it. And my initial playthrough I was not impressed with this game, if I'm being honest. My first playthrough, I just played through the first adventure, and I was like, okay, this seems like Welcome to, but worse. Then I was like, okay, I mean, obviously it's made to kind of be played with this campaign mode, and I have only played one of the 8 adventures it has to offer, so I really feel like I hadn't scratched the surface. So I had to play it a little bit more. I think I played through the first 3 adventures. I was like, okay, I like it better than I thought, but I still don't love it. And so this last week I've been playing through a lot more of the adventures. I played through the one after this, which is 5. I haven't tried 6, 7, or 8 yet. So I still haven't tried all of them. I also still haven't tried with the, like, adding in the campaign cards and whatnot. Overall, I don't know how I feel about this. It's fun, but like, I don't know. It's not that fun, I guess, or I don't know. Like they all feel kind of the same. Like I guess they don't, because they have different themes. You're doing different things, but like it's still just, writing down numbers, activating actions, trying to get points, which may be kind of boiling it down in an unfair way, but like that's kind of how I feel about it. And not to say I don't like the game. I do enjoy it, but it's not one I'm crazy about either. I would describe my feelings as pretty lukewarm. And I guess, with this having campaign mode, and like the campaign mode, it's cool. I'm glad it exists. I probably wouldn't just play these standalone like adventures, but I mean, there's a lot of chapters, so it definitely seems like there's a lot of paths you can take. But it seems like mainly just like you choose 1 or 2 options, and that just dictates what goals you start with. And then that's kind of it. So like the campaign, I haven't fully explored yet, but it's all right. it's okay. So yeah, I mean, I think, do I like this more than the original? I don't know. I don't think I do, to be honest. Like if I were to sit down If someone wanted to play like a flip and right style game and wanted to be like a quicker one, would I grab the original Welcome to or grab an adventure out of this? I think I would pretty much always reach for the original Welcome to. And then it's like, well, if they wanted something with a little bit more, like they wanted a little bit longer, not just like a short game, but like a long game, at that point, I'd probably be reaching for something like Twilight Inscription or maybe like Hadrian's Wall. So yeah, I don't know. I would say and that also might be a thing with me, okay? Because, for example, Railroad Ink. I love the original Railroad Ink. I think the base blue edition Railroad Ink is one of my favorite games. I think it's one of my favorite roll and writes. I think it's a fantastic game. But as you can see back here, I have the green edition, the lush green edition. And what does the lush green edition do? It just adds more stuff to Railroad Ink, which is fine on paper and fine for the people who want it. But I'll be honest, I still like the blue edition much better than the green edition. And honestly, most times I play with the blue edition, I don't play with expansions either. I just want to play the base game, no expansions. So like, while I appreciate what the lush green edition does for Railroad Ink, I don't prefer it. So at least in my book, while sometimes more is better, other times I like the simplicity of games. So I think that's this falls into that same thing where more could be better, but I don't think it is in this case. Because like I said, if I'm looking for a shorter game, I might just reach for Welcome to, or if they want to roll and write, I might reach for Railroad Ink. But if I was playing with someone that wants to do something a little bit more, like I said, Twilight Inscription or Hadrian's Wall or stuff, I might reach for instead. Like I said, I don't think this game is bad. It's just Welcome to, but in space with different like themes and whatnot. So that's kind of what I think on it. I will I come back and play this again? I don't know. Maybe if there's, I think this is a game that unless there's a strong opinion on y'all for me to play it again, I don't see it's one I return to. But maybe I might come around on that. I might, still try to play through at least the last few adventures. But I mean, I'll be honest, this last week when I was playing through and learning them, I was just like, well, I figured I wasn't going to get through all of them on stream. So I figured there wasn't really a need to go and try to learn all of them. And that was the thing. It was like, okay, well, if I don't have to, I wasn't like, after I got through Adventure 5, I was like, do I really want to play through 3 more? And I was like, I don't feel like trying to learn 3 more adventures. And even though they're probably fun in their own ways, there were just ones that like I didn't, at the end of the day, it was like I could have sat down and learned them and played them if I wanted to, but that was just where I was at, where I was like, I just don't want to. So yeah, I kind of had high hopes for this, and while I do enjoy it, it's not what I'm crazy about. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Welcome to the Moon. Thank you for the stream. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out there, K2K. Yes, it was, like I said, it's not like I had a terrible time here and I hated playing this. I hated every second. Like, no, I had an enjoyable time. I do think this playthrough was probably my most enjoyable time of playing through this game, but I'm still not crazy about it, especially like, I don't know, some of the scenarios are like, I like them different amounts. Like this is probably my least favorite one, this mining one. Like it's okay. It's not that fun though. I mean, I liked the third adventure. This one's kind of a brain burner, but then adventure 2 is pretty cool. Adventure, like, I don't know. I don't know. I've kind of said what I want to say on them, but I do appreciate that it has a campaign mode. I appreciate that it has a solo mode. It has different difficulties for the solo mode. It has solo mode for the campaign. Like, I do appreciate that it exists, because I am a person that likes having, different difficulties available, different options, and having a solo mode in the first place is great. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty meh on this game is how I would put my final thoughts. So yeah, that's Welcome to the Moon. And before I hop off here, I will real quick switch to my just chatting screen and real quick go over my schedule for the next week, if I can find it. Okay. So I have a video coming out on Thursday, like normal, or Wednesday if you're a tier 2 YouTube member. you get access to videos a day early. So consider doing that if that's something you'd like access to, or if you just want to support the channel. That is always much appreciated. But Thursday, the video I have coming out will be me playing. I don't even have it on my shelf. It's somewhere else right now. Bullet Star. So Bullet Star is the standalone expansion to my favorite solo game and probably my favorite game in my entire collection. I know I did a ranking video where it came in number 2, but I mean, that was just what it said, but opinions change over time, and I think Bullet Heart/Star has become like my just favorite game of all time, at least in my collection currently. Obviously, opinions will probably change, but as it stands, I love Bullet Heart, and now I got the expansion, Bullet Star, which just adds more characters and more bosses. So you know what? Any excuse to play more of that game on the channel, I will take. So I figured, you know what? I want to showcase some of the new characters and bosses. So that's what I will be doing on Thursday, is playing with one of the heroines against 2 different bosses. So that's what's coming up video-wise this week. And next Sunday, I will be taking a crack at, it may be kind of hard to see up here, 20 Strong, the Chip Theory solo game that I got. It took me I was supposed to get it like back in November, and then it got like, there was a shipping mishap, and I didn't get it till like, I think like within the last month is when I finally got it. I haven't really gotten to dive into it yet. I've played a little bit of the Solar Sentinels module. I did the all-in bundle, so I think I have Solar Sentinels, I don't even know how to pronounce the other 2 modules, like the Victorum and the Too Many Bones module. So I have like 3 different like games. So yeah, I'm gonna start playing that this next week, and I'll be streaming that next Sunday, which I am excited to try. I've heard mostly good things, but some mixed opinions on some like how unlucky it can be, because it is a dice game at the end of the day, and dice games can be random, and you do need a good amount of luck mitigation to make dice games really work, which I've heard this does have to some extent, but sometimes you can just get completely screwed by it. So we'll see how I feel on it. I'm definitely excited to try it. It's my first Chip Theory game, and I've heard good things about the company. Though I'll be honest, the fact that they messed up the shipping and I got the game like 3 or 4 months late it's not a great start. And also there was a whole kerfuffle about the dice in the game smelling bad because they didn't give enough time to air out at the factory, which I heard people kind of complaining about online. And I figured it was people just complaining to complain, or like being nitpicking, but which I think to some extent they were, like maybe overblowing it out of proportion or whatever. But when I opened it up, it reeked. It smelled like this plasticky smell. It smelled bad. Like I had to leave it by a window and let it air out. And it still smells, but not as bad as it does. So for my first Chip Theory game, not off to a great start. But I'm trying not to let that sway my opinion, and because I've heard mostly good things about the game. So and the art looks cool. It seems like a cool concept. I like how compact it is. So I am excited to give 20 Strong a try. So that's what's coming up this week, is Bullet Star on Thursday. Bullet Star on Thursday, and then 20 Strong next Sunday. And so that's that. That's all I got for today. Hello there, Matt to the future. See some good games behind you. Too bad I missed Welcome to the Moon. Yeah, I'm just finishing up here for today, but appreciate you saying hello and stopping by. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you could do !YouTube in the chat, and I have all my previous streams and videos on my YouTube channel. There will be a VOD of this that'll live there, because I know on Twitch it only, at least since I'm not, I think like whatever level I am on Twitch, VODs only stay up for like a week, I think. So they get removed after a while. But all my past streams will be on YouTube and whatnot. So yeah, feel free to check me out there if you're not following me on YouTube. So that's kind of where I'm mainly at. But you know, I've been trying to dip my toe into the Twitch water, as it were, which I greatly enjoy. But yeah, that's where I'm at, and that's what I got today. So yeah, welcome to. What a game. Cool idea, but yeah, I don't know. Kind of meh on it overall, I would say. So that's all I got for me today. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this stream, if you're watching on YouTube, at least a like would be greatly appreciated. If you're watching on Twitch, yeah, you can do ! YouTube in the chat to get a link to my YouTube, or yeah, I think that's the main way you can do that. So yeah, until next time, I'll see y'all. Have a good week, everybody. Go colonize the moon, make a difference, and I don't know, save the world.